that you have rented cots in. Immediately looked for the shady elf woman, Aloysia, who was nowhere to be found. You, Aoife, went out to look for the blacksmith and harass a guard in the street.
I was in my summer mood.
Yes. You still are.
Mm-hmm.
Same day.
Haven't slept.
And then the rest of you decided to take over the inn and start cooking breakfast, which ended up being fairly profitable.
Yeah.
After that, you made your way to the blacksmith, where you exchanged a few of your previously gotten spoils for new equipment. Mears had a heart-to-heart with the blacksmith.
Yeah.
And then you set out to find Diz. Upon your arrival, you found a dilapidated home filled with cobwebs and covered in dust, and these old abandoned knickknacks here and there, which you found, most of which were illusions, made to look like this place was an abandoned, lived-in home, but was really mostly bare. You also found under the floorboards some gold and a picture that you put back. And within this waiting area is where you met Diz as he exited from another room.
And in with the money was a picture of a drow baby, and it said "for leaving" on the back.
Yes. Yep.
55 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm. And then after getting your advance from Diz, you all set out to the entrance to Betrayer's Rise, this demonic fortress to the Betrayer gods, in front of which you met a couple of Aurora Watch soldiers that at first were barring your way into entry, doubting your ability to survive in there. Before the doors to the Betrayer's Rise burst open and demonic enemies started flowing out. It was quite the battle. Diz went down immediately. Dizander, I should say. Went down immediately. Got some nasty ooze from a corrupted wyvern right into the gut, and it's not looking good. He had a few clutch moments during the battle where he was able to help you all out, but for the most part you were on your own there. But it didn't seem to be too much trouble because you all made it out without too much head wounds. And so at this point you are all gathered around Dizander, have tried to use a lesser restoration to cure his poison, but it didn't seem to be enough to get rid of whatever is ailing him. At this point, he is asked, "Please, just bring me home. I'll be fine." Before he passes out. So what do y'all do?
Oh dear.
We take him home.
Okay.
Yes!
So as
Let's go!
Yeah, I'm not going to be much help carrying him because I'm small and weak. So as you guys gather him up, I want to grab his expended potion bottle, which he drank, and I want to gather up some of that black stuff with my dagger.
easy enough to do, it is everywhere.
Okay, I'm gathering up to put in there and put a little stopper on it. Then I also wanted to try to loot some of the demons that we slayed, if they've got
roll an investigation check.
I shall. 8.
You dive in. How much you want to investigate this? With an 8?
I just want to see if I can like those gorilla things, if I can pry off like a tusk or a tooth or.
Okay. As you go up to the nearest gorilla, which is, I think you were on the other side of the map of them. So,
I was over here.
And they were on this.
One was
there
here.
was one right there. So as you approach this one, you can see that it's already starting to decay rapidly, just turning into black ichor, similar to the ooze you just collected. as you saw the gloomstalkers that you fought in the past do as well. As you grab one of the tusks and pull, it just like a melted ice cream cone in your hand.
Ugh.
And before you can grab another one, they're just dripping down.
Gross. Okay, I guess I'll wipe that off and then follow everyone else.
Okay.
Okay, so I want to check. When we were done, the other soldiers who were there, we got the gate shut again.
Yes, you did get the gate shut.
And we like inverted the vent flip, or how did we? I would like to make sure that the gate is like truly shut.
After you closed the gates, there was a back, like, there's kind of like this storage mechanism next to the door that just you pull out, and there's like another thing to put there, like a dispenser that they have to restock. So once everything was calm and they could collect themselves, they worked together to seal it again, as they've been trained to do. So
let's bring this wizard back.
Get him back quick.
Yeah.
okay, so
I'll carry him.
Okay, so in Beau's arms, you jog as the Xander lays limp, looking quite pale, if not for the deep black veins slowly creeping along his face.
Hurry! There's something in his house that can save him.
And healing doesn't help him at all.
I mean, it gives him hit points,
But it doesn't.
but it doesn't get rid of the thing that's affecting him. Speaking of, as you're running through the streets, you feel him go like limp.
No.
So, just letting you know.
Hurry!
Easy enough to make it back. As you're going, you can see Aurora Watch soldiers jumping roof to roof, firing arrows at what you assume are the gloomstalkers that escaped last time. You make it back to the dilapidated home, burst through the door, and it looks the same as you left it. What are you doing now?
Little dude! Where's the little bandage dude?
Did we get to the house?
We got to the house. We got in the house.
Looks the same as
Looks the
when you
same.
left it?
Yeah, I'm gonna yell out.
Little bandage guy! Where are you?
Little dude.
How long?
What?
It's 1 round, 2 rounds,
Oh,
a minute.
All right. Well, I'm gonna just start looking around for stuff that can help the guy.
In the room that you're in now?
Yeah, using my knowledge of magic to try to pick out something.
Well, since you were the one that discovered the illusion last time, you can still see through the illusion as you enter here. So when you enter here, it really just looks like a blurred vision of the room that everyone else was seeing, kind of overlaid on the actual room. And in the actual room, you can see that this is a fairly empty room. There's what looks like a milk crate over in the corner that someone probably used as a chair at some point. There's obviously the floorboard that you found containing secret loot, but last time you were in here, you found nothing else.
There are doors to this room?
There's the one door that leads. Well, there's 2 doors. There's the one door that he came out of previously, and then there's another door that seems to be like barred, like boarded up.
All right, I'm gonna inspect that one for traps and then try to open it.
Which one?
My hands.
No, which door?
the
The boarded up door.
You're gonna try to open the boarded up door?
First, I'm gonna inspect it for traps and magical wards.
Roll an investigation check.
10 and 11.
11. Doesn't appear to be trapped.
Okay, I'm gonna say,
Hey, big guy, will you?
All right.
You got 2 big guys. Will you guys rip this door apart?
What are you doing with Xander?
I'll lay him down on the floor.
And then with him on the floor, I have a few good berries left. I'm gonna shove those in his mouth.
Okay.
See if I can get him to chew it.
Yeah. So basically, while you're all doing what you're doing, Mears is just over there.
So I want to ask him
He's
something.
basically giving him CPR.
I want to ask him something. If he's awake, I want to talk. I'd like ask him where his stuff is. If he has enough hit points to be awake for a second, I want to ask
Okay.
him. what to look
Let's
for.
see. Okay. Yeah, we'll say he can hold consciousness for enough for one question. What are you asking?
We're in your house. What do you need?
He looks around. He points weakly to the door that he came out of before. Just place me in there. And then passes out again.
There's the door we came in, and then there's a boarded up door?
So there's the door you entered from, and then right across from you, on either side, there's a boarded up door, and there's the door that he's been coming in and out.
Oh, okay. We'll go to that door.
Put him in there, strong people.
Okay? So you walk up, pull the door open, and you see what looks like a small 4x4 room, closet, storage area.
I put him in
It's
there,
empty.
and then I close the door and open it again.
You close the door and open again?
Yeah.
He's still there.
Are you better?
I'm gonna take a look in that room to see if that's an illusion.
If it was, it wouldn't be the same illusion that you saw through, so...
I'll try to wave my hands at the back, in the back wall and the side walls.
It seems pretty solid. Are you still popping good berries in his mouth, or do I need to keep rolling?
You want me to
How many
give
good
him
berries do
more?
you have?
I've got like one left. So yeah, I'll give him my last one.
Okay. And door open or closed? As he pops the good berry in the mouth, door open or closed?
I'll leave it open, I guess.
You're gonna leave it open?
Yeah.
I'll close it.
No, do this.
And I'll close the door.
You hear... and then shuffling
On the other side of the
on the
door,
other side of the door.
in the supposed 4x4 room.
I'll open the door.
Okay.
Is he gone?
Nothing there.
I'll go in there and shut the door.
Okay.
And then
I'm not
do
watching it.
Knock once, twice, and once.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
1, 2, 1.
Okay.
No,
Does anything happen?
Doesn't seem like it.
I'll do it on the back wall of that room
Okay. Door open or closed?
with a closed door.
Okay.
I'm just gonna follow what he's doing.
So you're all like...
she's
okay,
doing.
okay, it's a 4x4 room. You're a cowman. You could probably squeeze in there, but it's like too many people in an elevator. You're like...
Yeah.
So...
Well, I squeeze in, squished against the wall, and I pull the door shut behind me, and then I knock on the back wall. Dot, 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 dot.
nothing happens.
And then I say, hang on, I got an idea. And then I do it on the floor instead.
Nothing happens.
Do it on the ceiling.
Nothing happens.
Are the walls like wooden or are they like brick?
Yeah,
or-
they're the same. What was it? Was it masonry there? I think it's more masonry. So not like brick, but more like cement.
Okay.
I don't know what they would use.
I do it on all 4 walls, one at a time.
Nothing happens.
Okay, I try to rack my memory for what else did I hear when I heard it.
Or I say, Chad, did you hear anything special when that knocking sound happened? Did you hear any details with your special ears?
I don't know. Did you try knocking on the back side of the door?
Yeah, I said I knock on all 4 walls.
Oh, well, one of those walls is a door.
You forgot about the fourth wall.
What's the fourth wall?
Chad, did you hear anything special when you heard those knocks?
I just heard some knocks and I heard some shuffling. Did it sound like he was not? Here's my question. Did it sound like, when I think back to this knock, did it sound like a knocking with a hand or did it sound like knocking with an object?
Roll a retroactive perception check.
Ooh, 11. 12.
What's your intelligence?
My intelligence is 12.
Okay. The best you could tell, it sounded like knuckles on wood.
Let's look at that room. Is it in an empty room as well? Just an empty
Yeah,
storage
it's
room?
basically a 4x4 closet, but and then there's nothing in there.
So you're figuring that out, and I mimic the sound that it does. I go.
Yeah,
Yeah, he mimics
that's
the
what
exact
I
sound.
heard.
The sound, okay.
The exact sound.
Yeah, the exact sound.
Exact.
Sound. We'll do this. It sounds like this. What's the exact sound?
And some shuffling.
And then shuffling. So, in the room, is there anything wood other than the door? Or is the door wood? I'm assuming the door's wood.
The door is wood,
Good.
so you're welcome to knock on that if you like.
I'm going to try knocking on it. I want to go in, shut the door, knock on the back side of the door.
Okay. You hear.
That sound about right, Mears?
And yeah, I recreate the sound.
You go into the room, you shut the door, and you knock on the back side of the door. Mm-hmm. So am I saying all 4 walls didn't qualify?
No, it did. They're just comparing the sounds right now.
Yeah, we're just listening to sounds.
I get it.
We're just like,
Okay.
Okay,
I'm
well,
going to use my mage hand to slowly knock on every square foot of every wall the same pattern.
fine.
Okay. For most of the time, you hear
But then,
when you're on the door, you hear.
Oh, it turns on the light.
Whoa.
Will you tap that so it goes back off?
Yeah.
For now.
all right, let's. So, I'm gonna take Mears in the room, shut the door, and be like, Mears, make that sound. Just simulate the sound.
Oh, this part. Okay.
That's the one. Mears just makes the sound.
Well,
The exact replica of sound.
So I'm gonna say it's been about like 10 minutes at this point. If you guys
knocking.
just knocking on all over the wall.
Well, he's
I'm
gone.
going to say, I'm sure he's fine.
He's got some.
I bet he went to
I
some
don't know
kind
where
of
he
secret mage organization that lives in the wall. I'm sure he's fine now.
All right.
Let's go mess with that
Other door.
boarded up door. At what time is it by now? Like 2 or something?
Yeah, I think it's about. I mean, you headed out pretty much right away, so it's probably more like 11
We did all that cooking and shopping, and we waited.
until 9 when
Till
the
9.
box was opened, and then as soon as you
Bought our
realized that,
stuff
you went
and
straight
went
to Diz
But
and
the,
straight to
the
Mount.
demon fights were just hours and hours.
Yeah, hours and hours all
of
crammed
demon
into
fighting.
1 minute.
Yeah. So it's like 11.
It's like 11:30.
I know a woman that wants a long rest. Let's mess with the boarded up door.
All right.
I love it.
I'll try to force it open.
How?
Strength.
No, but like how?
Oh, you said it's boarded up, right? I'll try to like pull the boards like,
Roll,
straight off.
roll strength check.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stand back and observe.
That's a natural 1.
Yeah.
Breaking down.
Oh,
Ow.
that hurt.
Oh, poor.
You think there's not consequences in this game?
That's the first point of damage I've taken.
You know what? For that,
That's
take a
what
point
got-
of damage.
Oh my goodness.
Amazing.
Sorry, I don't have healing.
I would check
Let me
out.
kiss the boo boo.
I would want to look at the door from my thievy perspective to see like,
If there's any.
do I think there's a way I could like pry it open or get it open?
I mean, yeah, you definitely know how to utilize leverage to get through a locked or sealed door. You could definitely, with the right tools and the right effort, pry these boards off.
Okay.
I'm gonna start ritually casting detect magic.
Okay.
I'm just gonna walk around and
10
just
minutes
look
from now, I
around the
can
room.
check out that room.
All right, I'm gonna try.
Room?
The little room, yeah.
I'm gonna
Wait,
see.
the little room.
The mysterious room. Where did he go? Room.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just checking which room.
I mean, I'll check everything around me for 10 minutes straight. Once
Yeah.
I get finished chanting for 10 minutes, boringly.
You got it.
La 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 ma la la wa la la.
Yeah, I'm gonna try, but I'm thinking like, depending on how these boards are on, like I have a couple of daggers. I'm gonna try to like find the perfect like pry points with a couple of daggers between my daggers and my thieves' tools. This is what I'm thinking of trying to see if I can pry the
I'll
wood
let
off
you,
first.
Use a dexterity check based on the tools you're using.
Okay.
to see if you can get the right leverage and the right fulcrum to
Maybe not. 11.
11. I mean, it definitely goes, and like it pulls back and the nails are like kind of exposed, but it's
Right.
not enough to pull the
Yeah.
bolt off.
While I'm chanting, I'm going to acrobatically handspring over to the door and do a specially angled gymnastic kick on the boards.
I mean, this
While
is like
being
the same 6 seconds that you said you were going to start casting, so you could just do that and then start casting.
Sure.
So roll are you doing an attack or a strength check?
Trying to do
I'm trying to do
acrobatics.
something based in dexterity by acrobatically kicking at a certain angle.
I see, like a backflip drop
Yeah.
down. Okay. Let's say roll an attack with your dex modifier and no proficiency. How's that?
Okay.
So d20 plus dex.
So you want to not use the one that I just dropped on the table?
That's fine.
Okay, that one works.
Okay. Amazingly, right before, do you use a book to ritually cast?
No.
No,
Just a wizard, just chanting.
just chanting. Okay.
Yeah.
Interrupts
I
the
have a
chanting
spell book.
and just suddenly does a backflip, like Electra style, and one heel just goes down to the boards, and there are no. I mean, you're still gonna have to pull them off, but it's much easier now.
And normally I'd say something, but I'm busy ritually casting it. But I'm like just really pumped up while I'm chanting.
There's a lot of energy in this room right now. Everyone's worked up. It's a tense moment.
Oh, man almost died and he owes us money.
I broke a nail.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So sorry, Bo. So lame.
Oh,
Dude.
Bobo got a boo boo.
But, Bo, are you feeling up to finishing these boards off? Now that they're
give it a
pried
try.
open.
Yeah, at this point, it's just leverage. Anyone could probably do this, so you can just peel them off one by one. So, at this point, it's probably been say 2 minutes into your chanting. As
Should we
you are
try
ready
the
to-
door? Is it open?
It's not locked.
Hey. Does it open? It's jammed? Hey.
It is a bit stuck, but
Okay.
you're able to pull it open.
What's in there?
As you look in, at first, you think it's very dark in here. But then you notice the hole in the wall opposite you. Near the top of the wall, almost near the corner, you can see a large, probably 5 foot wide hole exposing to the outside, shining light into this room. The room itself, though, has been charred black. You see the remnants of a couple beds in the corner, just pieces of wood, bedposts that are just blackened and withered. Roll a perception check to see how much more you see. But you can roll one too. you're
Oh,
right
my
there.
lord. Yes, Bo, please see more than I did.
don't think I did.
Yeah, I'm still in the main room. I'm just drinking out of my water skin, just looking at the room while all this insanity is going
Okay,
on.
yeah.
I think I can
That's a
actually.
3.
I'm gonna spend one of my.
3.
I'm gonna spend one of my psionic energy die to re-roll that perception check because I can evidently re-roll things, but I'm supposed to have proficiency. Okay, that's a little better. That's a 21.
Okay. You just are taken aback by how crispy everything is. The more you look at it, you can almost smell barbecue as you look in the scene.
Bacon.
Which is very fitting because you spot the corpses.
Oh no!
Across the room, near where the beds are, you see what looks like 3 corpses. 1 large, 2 small. And with that perception roll, you see something gold glint between them.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna check that out.
Okay?
Is it 2 large, 1 small?
Yes.
It's like
Well, no, sorry.
2 small,
2
1
small,
large.
large.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I meant 2 large, 1 small.
Okay.
You had it right the
Oh,
first
okay.
time.
Okay. Yeah.
As you approach, you see 3 humanoid bodies. Skeletons, charred black. Hands outreaching, trying to reach for each other. You see the two larger humanoids are entangled, while one of them reaches out to a smaller humanoid under the bed, and between them you find a small ring.
Well, I'm gonna take that ring.
Okay.
I'm gonna
and look at
I
it.
guess I don't know that you're doing that.
It's just a small, like very thin gold band, like so thin that it looks like it could easily just snap if you handled it improperly, like just barely enough metal to make a ring. And then embedded right at the top is an equally pathetically small red gem.
And would I know from the layout, would I assume that that was like on the hand of one of these things, or it just seemed more to be between them?
It looked like it was between them. There was a bit of a gap between their hands.
Okay.
Does any of us see this, or
Yeah, then I'm gonna be
Only-
like, guys.
is he in the room with her? Him?
Yeah, but his perception was, I mean, he sees her walking across the room, but
Really
he doesn't know what she's looking
It's
at.
very
Everything
dark.
just looks
Charred.
charred and black to him.
None of us know.
I'm gonna be like, guys, there's bodies in here. This room is a bummer.
What are you doing with the ring?
I'm taking it.
But like, what are you doing?
Oh, I'm putting that in my pocket.
Okay.
I'm not gonna talk about it yet.
Your pocket explodes.
Just
My pocket is closed. I'm cursed and I die.
just
Yeah, so I'm put that in my pocket for now. But then I want to I'm gonna tell them. But then I want to start looking, just in the see if there's anything else of interest in this, of like
You can roll an investigation check.
who they may have been. What? Oh, that's gonna be pretty good. 21.
21. I mean, this room is pretty destroyed. There's the other furniture, remnants of other furniture, but it's harder to recognize them. Bedposts are pretty recognizable, but
Does it give me any testing there? Does it give any sense of like freshness? Like how long ago this happened? Has this been boarded up for a while?
this, I mean, those corpses did not get on the smell. Like,
Okay.
other than the dust that you're kicking up walking through here, nothing smelled, like you don't smell anything other than the charcoal. in
Yeah.
there. Nothing smoking or,
Yeah, like
it looks
this.
pretty undisturbed.
Okay. You guys think these?
Did you roll an investigation check?
I did.
Yeah.
It was a 21.
Okay, so
Oh yeah.
the furniture, like maybe a table, maybe a chair, maybe a bookcase. You do find some things that are clearly burnt books, but they're burnt beyond reading. Other pages are black and curling. You find some cookware that survived. I mean, heavily charred and not going to be the sturdiest, but you have your choice of cookware, and it does look like there is a small short sword and a shield that are both charred black.
So I'm gonna walk into this room now while I'm ritual.
Okay.
I have like 2 minutes left on it or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll walk over as well, just peek in.
Yeah. You all see a basically the result of a house fire and a giant
What's with
hole
the
and a
window?
giant hole in the wall.
And a what?
A giant hole, and with your investigation, you would see the rubble within the
Like
room.
something blew a fire.
While I'm
into
chanting to myself,
room.
I'm gonna go look out the hole, see what I see.
So the hole is up here, so you can look up, and you do see like the rooftop of the building across the street.
Now, would anybody here have a sense of this, like, projectile that took this out and did this? If it was like, this might be a stretch, but like magic fireball, dragon fireball, you know, what
I'm gonna
would
say
blow a
that
whole weapon?
I don't think any of you know of any siege weapons specifically, unless any of you have a military background. No. So you don't have any siege weapons that like
Yeah.
like constructed weapons that would do this, so presumably it would be magic of some nature.
If you wait 2 minutes,
I know. You'll be
you'll
able
find
to.
out.
I'm just laying out the short sword and the shield, just getting ready for you to be like, any of this glow.
So yeah, so they're inside
maybe
the
it's the
room,
ring.
kind of looking around,
I'll show
and
them.
I see them doing
Pull
that.
them
And
up.
I turn back and I want to start looking around the main room.
I mean, I don't know these things.
Okay. Yeah.
Just
Roll
like,
it.
you know, if there's anything else.
Do you know that the illusion's an illusion yet?
Not yet.
Okay. So go ahead. and roll
So
your
you know,
investigation.
I see things and I start to grab at them.
Got it.
Is that a investigation or arcana?
Well, as soon as you try to grab the thing,
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But you roll an investigation to see what else you find. I was just wondering if I had to narrate.
11.
11?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first thing you grab just goes right through your hand. And as you look around, you watch as the entire room just kind of shimmers, and suddenly you're in an empty room.
Ah. Is there anything else in this room like that looks like it was charred or?
Nothing in this room looks charred, other than now that you pay attention, near the bottom of the door, on the floor, there's a few black char marks, and like above like the lip of the door, there's a bit of a black char. But nothing. It didn't seem to have affected this room much.
Oh.
You do see the milk crate in the corner, and you, I believe, saw the floorboard come up last time you were in here.
Right.
So you would know to go there if you wanted to. But
Okay, I'll go to the milk crate.
the milk crate? Okay. It's just an empty milk crate.
Okay, and I'll just sit on it.
I love it.
I am tired.
At this point, your ritual cast is completed. Immediately, a pulse goes out. Within this room, you see only the magical auras of your companions. Wait, do any of you have magic items?
just that ring, but it's in her pocket.
Is it?
If you
Is it
can.
only the ring?
The ring I just found?
Yeah, is that your only magic item?
I see the tattoo on my hand light up.
Earring's a magic item.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which you would be familiar with.
and
From casting this
my
before.
wizard hat.
I have
like
a-
little
oh, yeah, I have a-
towel that's magic and it can repeat phrases.
Okay.
I have a cloak that's magic.
Magical
I got
cloak.
the cloak of.
So at first you go. Actually, wait. Roll a perception check. And you roll a sleight of hand check to see
Okay.
how well you hide it.
Oh, my perception's pretty good on this one. It's 20,
My sleight of hand's at 20.
dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Go
With
I guess.
expertise.
Wait, you have
There.
expertise?
Yeah, and sleight of hand.
So you doubled your proficiency bonus already?
My what?
Yeah.
Expertise doubles your proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
So you
Oh.
doubled your proficiency bonus when you just said 20?
4, 5, 6. Yes.
Okay. Just
Yeah,
so
I
yeah,
did.
just
What's
try.
your sleight of hand bonus?
8.
Alright, second roll's low. What's your second roll? Higher. She wins on the second roll.
Okay. Yeah, so you look around and you see the general magical auras coming off your companions, and it doesn't seem to be anything magical in this room. other
So
than
I'm
what
in the
your companions are holding.
Bernie room?
Yeah, you're in the burnt room.
These items.
The shield and the sword, they seem to be just local weapons. That,
So can I detect any like residue of magic that this explosion might have happened from magic?
Yeah, I would say that in these dust particles that have settled around here, there is like a slight, almost like glitter has been cast around the room, of just like slight arcane threads just kind of connecting, almost like when you see headlights at night and it glares. It's kind of what it's like, just making lines together between these glittery sparks of just the resonant remnants of whatever caused this. And you can see a larger gathering, kind of, if this is the wall of the hole, it would be like right there. So you can understand the trajectory of this, which, and pretty easy, just standing there looking at the hole. Whatever it was high in the sky when they did this.
So does it look like something came through the wall and landed there?
It just looks like there was a fiery impact. It doesn't look like the stone has been crushed or anything.
Does it look like something started on the floor and went out the wall, or something started on the wall and landed on the floor?
Well, during the investigation, there were rubble within the room, so
Yeah.
something came in.
Okay. So I would deduce that something magical came in.
Yeah.
Alright.
It looks like this explosion was caused by magic. Came through the wall. I hate evil magic users. Magic is good.
Magic is good.
All right, I'm gonna.
Like you can tell magical objects.
Yeah, those two things are not magical.
And then I'm gonna run into the 4x4 room and.
Okay, as soon as you open the door, you're almost blinded by what looks like an archway, a filled-in archway of just magical aura, just in the center of the 4x4.
And if I try to walk through it,
You walk right through it.
it's not passable throughable,
You do. You pass right through it, but you're on the other side of it.
so it doesn't take me to some other space. Would I think that this is like a doorway in the ethereal plane or something like that?
Roll an Arcana check.
With advantage, because I'm crazy.
That's a nat 20.
Nice.
Hey!
So the first thing you do is, well, maybe I went the wrong way. You turn around, you go back through, and you didn't end up anywhere else. You just showed up on the other side of the room. With that information, you're able to deduce that if this were some kind of portal, you would have been transported somewhere at this point, unless it has some kind of lock or password or something that would only allows those people to go through. But based on the placement and retrospectively the information that you've gathered during your investigation, you imagine that this may be a magically created door to a demiplane.
Is the door still there, or is it the residue of a door that was there?
With the natural 20, you would know that magic like this would only be interactable with and viewable by those chosen by the caster.
Okay, so I think that there's
You know
a
where it
door-
is, you just have no
There's
way
a door to
direct
the demiplane that only the caster or chosen people can see.
it. See your dark, yes.
All right, so I'm gonna turn to you guys and be like,
There's a door! There's a door to a demiplane that only the caster of the magic can see. So, either he casts a spell or somebody casts a spell to come and grab him. But I don't think we can get through this door right now. Because I'm not powerful enough. But there's a
I
door
suggest
to a
that.
demiplane here.
No, never mind.
While you're checking out all this
What?
magic,
I don't know that she has the ring, so I
but
can't suggest.
I'm thinking about showing it to you.
well, I don't know about it. Anyway,
There's
I
a
know.
door. There's a door to a demiplane, and I don't think we can go through it, but I saw this archway in space inside the room.
Wow.
If I was better at magic, I could probably figure it out. I wish that guy would let me apprentice with him. Maybe I can learn how to do it later and we could come back and chase him, like, a month from now.
So what are you all doing?
I think I'm gonna show the ring. I want to be like, what? Just out of curiosity.
Ah! That's an evil ring of fire!
Is it though?
You're cursed! Oh! You automatically attuned to that cursed ring when you touched it!
That's cool.
Ah!
But it's gold and it's pretty.
Put that away, it's blinding me with evil!
I just want to be like, is this anything cool?
Yes!
what do I get from it? She's pulling out the ring to show me.
Are you doing Identify?
I got just detect magic's up right now.
It's definitely magical.
That's magical.
I would say Detect Magic shows you the
School?
school.
Yeah.
Crap, what's the name of that school? Abjuration? Is that the
Yeah.
protection one?
For yep.
Yep, Abjuration.
Well, that's some kind of ring that's supposed to protect you from stuff.
Awesome. Back in the pocket. Well, now we're
Didn't work too well against magic fire through the wall.
Maybe it did. Maybe that's not who was
Right.
trying to be protected. I don't know who those people are.
I don't have identify though, so I would just have to Arcana check it and see if I can.
Or attune to it, and then you'll learn what it does when you
Yeah.
Tell you
just-
what, if it's not cursed, wear it while you're resting.
Cool.
You'll find out what it does.
Hey, protection, I'll take it.
Yeah, wait, let me see it. Let me just see if I know anything from all the books I read.
I'll hold it. I'll hold it
read a bunch
close
of
to
books
your
about-
eyeballs.
Magical items.
21. Does a 21 Arcana get me anything? Or just that
21
Aberration
Arcana
ring?
looking at the ring.
A non-prompted 21 Arcana roll?
Can I get an intelligence check?
Well, I'm
Just-
dumb.
Just a straight up intelligence check.
Does? Alright, 2. Yeah, that's 18.
18. You based on context and the general look of the ring, this looks similar, but like much shoddier and smaller than rings of fire protection that you've seen.
This is some kind of like very weak fire protection ring.
You'll take all the fire protection I can get,
Yeah.
as I am flammable.
I tug on your shirt.
Shiny. But,
Can I see?
oh, yeah, but hold it. Yeah.
I'm just gonna study it.
I thought you were going to say steal.
No.
Yeah, I feel it.
Just studying it.
What do you study?
Just studying how it
Like
looks.
blacksmithing
Yep.
wise? Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and roll. Do you plan on doing something with this information later?
Potentially.
Okay, roll investigation check. Or do you have a blacksmithing skill? Blacksmithing tools?
I have blacksmithing tools.
What does that use? Your strength?
Smith's tools.
Roleplay wise, you remember that whole interaction with the dagger with the weapon salesperson?
Yep.
Not a blacksmith, but
It doesn't say.
I'm gonna say.
Oh wait.
that-
Add your proficiency bonus to any ability checks. Proficiency bonus. Okay.
Oh, just the proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
So I'll let you add proficiency bonus to an intelligence check,
See.
and we'll see how well you study this. Right.
So 15.
15. Pretty. If you needed to make a similar ring, you probably could.
Okay, cool.
It's not. It's a pretty simple design. It's mostly just melted
Hmm.
pliable metal put into a ring.
Cool.
You can see that the metal has been kind of melted together with the jewel, so that's kind of like created this
Oh.
without like intricate. I don't even remember what they're called. Spindles that come up to hold it. It's just kind of melted into the ring.
Cool. Okay.
Okay, so where is everyone right now? Are you all still like huddled in the closet? Like
I'm back in the room with the milk crate. I want to look under the milk crate.
So the milk crate's on its side, so the opening part is like facing the wall. So you pick up the milk crate and there's floorboards underneath it.
All right. So do I detect anything else in the main room that's
No.
magic?
No, the only thing left in the main room after all your investigation checks would be the floorboard thing you already found.
is there anything? I just want to look above the milk crate, like if you stood on it. Is there anything? Can you reach the ceiling?
Roll investigation check.
Is there any? Oh, that's terrible. Never mind. That's a 6.
No, yeah, I mean you can see that you can
Right.
reach a rafter, like there's like a support beam up over here. You could reach it and possibly like put your hands on it and
I'll
like
say
pull yourself
somebody
up
else.
if you
I
want
wonder
to.
if there's anything up there, tall guy.
Did I see anything up there?
How tall are you?
I think I'm like 7 foot.
You're not. I mean, are you gonna stay on the milk crate?
Yeah, I'll stand on
How much
it.
do you weigh?
We picked him up.
Probably like 300.
It just crashes down.
Tall.
It's okay. I can climb up your back.
Yeah,
There you
that's,
go.
I'm only 3.5 feet, so
Okay.
and I stand on his shoulders.
Roll
I,
a
like, feel anything up
perception or
there?
investigation check.
I'll do
Your choice.
perception because I have higher perception.
We'll say it's been about half an hour after this since you've dropped them off in the closet. So it would be about noon.
14.
14. With a 14, you find like an alcove up there. Not like a specifically built in the alcove, just like a consequence of the beam being here. It's just up against the wall. And you feel around. Would you roll investigation or perception?
I did perception.
Okay, so you look around. You see some spider webs kind of obscuring your vision. You do notice something interesting at the bottom of one of the spider webs.
Oh,
There's a round, like spun up thing about the size of my thumb, just stuck in the spider web.
oh. Okay, I'm gonna take my dagger out and I'm gonna try to reach for it.
Yeah, you just roll the spider web on there, which now has the thing hanging off of it.
I'll look at it to see what the heck this thing is.
It looks like something wrapped in webbing.
Okay, I bite it.
Okay. It crunches and squishes in your mouth.
Oh, is it good?
It is.
Okay, yeah, I eat it.
That's great.
Spider eggs.
Okay. It's at this point where you're just like, that you hear the closet door open behind you.
Oh,
Well, I'm gonna turn around.
Okay.
Yeah, you turn around.
Jazander seems to be standing there, looking good as new.
Oh,
Desander, where did you go?
He just looks at all of you. Just had to fix myself up.
so
live
glad you're
somewhere
all
else?
right, dude.
Do you live somewhere else? Is that what
Yeah.
you said? Yeah, I've got my own place, so I just popped in there quick and used one of my patented remedies, and it was a lot better. You all ready to go to the Betrayer's Ride?
You ready to go back in?
Yeah.
I need
Quick
a long
question.
rest,
I need a long
Desander.
rest too.
Who are the dead people in the other room? You been in there?
No.
There's some
insight
lying?
check.
there's some dead
what is
people.
that?
There's some dead people in there, yo.
19.
19. You get the feeling that someone was just caught doing something they were told not to do. That's the feeling you get from this reaction.
And I look at you. Trying to signal to you with my eyes.
Morse code.
Desander, someone blew up those people with a fireball in the other room. Shot it through the wall.
It was a fireball? I mean, that's crazy.
Insight.
Yeah, roll it. Go ahead, roll it.
Nat 20.
Okay, so what specifically do you want to know? Ask me a question, I will give you some kind of answer.
Why is he lying about it?
With the nat 20, you do not detect that he is lying about not knowing it was a fireball. It seems like he generally did not know what caused it. But it almost like a child that doesn't want to admit that they did something they weren't supposed to do. It just seems like he doesn't want to admit that he was in that room.
Does it seem like he had something to do with those people getting killed?
With the nat 20, I will just flat out say it doesn't seem like it.
He just
It
seems
seems
like
like
he wasn't supposed to go in that room.
Yeah, it seems like he also stumbled upon it, was just as curious as you, but wasn't supposed to be in there, and doesn't want to be in trouble.
So Desander, I need a sleep.
You need a sleep?
I need to sleep.
1 second.
Sorry, I get really ahead of myself.
Sorry, I just realized I should have some resources up. Give me stupid iPhones.
And then I'll crawl back down off of goes back.
He's like up in the roof, like,
What'd you
hey,
find
dude.
up there?
And I just go,
Num 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 num.
Definitely no
Treats.
cows up there.
Yeah. Diz. I don't know, we're ready to go right back into the cave.
We can't, like, rules is written, we can't actually take a long rest yet.
Right.
We
Until
gotta wait
night.
till
Yeah,
nighttime.
I want a long
You
rest.
take a short rest.
Yeah.
You guys have technically have
I'm not going back in there till I get a long rest. So I would be like,
I need a rest. What should we do this evening? Like, let's go tomorrow morning.
You see Desander look back at the closet, and then back at all of you. There's no time. I need to get in there as soon as possible.
I write, why? In my notebook.
Roll a persuasion check.
what did he ask?
Why?
Why? 14.
14. It's always changing in there, and we may lose our chance.
I write, chance at what?
Finding a portal to the Feywild.
And I just like
They
look up and like flames shoot out my head. It's like,
Portal to the Feywild. What?
Are you asking Xander what they mean?
yeah, I mean, I didn't want to interrupt. I was just looking.
Okay. You're just emphasizing. Okay. Is there more?
And I look at you and I write, I just lost my train of thought. Shoot, is that full brain fart? Oh, I wrote, and I'm secretly showing you, like, what do you think?
Well, I have a couple thoughts, if I may be so bold. One,
Is that Drew
Diz.
Barrymore?
No, it's Morphid Clark. She's on Lord of the Rings Amazon.
That's what I thought, but then from here it looks like Drew Barrymore.
Drew being
I
sultry.
just want you to know who's yelling like a
Yeah.
fool. This one.
All right, I have a couple of thoughts, guys. One, I don't mean an insult by this, but you almost got taken out real quick in the last encounter, and we may need more of an advance this time on our payment.
I don't want to go in unless I'm severely.
And
I've used up almost all my spell slots last
yeah, we're not
I
gonna
can't cast
be.
any spells, Xander. I can't protect you without spells.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Maybe you need to explain to us more about this changing, because we don't really feel confident in our ability to keep you safe, which, as we understand, is our job.
Listen, Xander, you just went into that door and you came back all refreshed. Why don't you let us go in that door?
It only works once.
Well, Chad is a big, muscular, handsome man. You should listen to him.
Thanks, Eva.
Roll a group persuasion check.
Group persuasion. How's that one? Mine's 16.
8.
18.
25.
Whoa! Mears!
I've got a lot of persuasion.
Yes.
Okay. You're probably right. It's probably dumb to go now. So let's just meet up in the morning. How's that sound?
Okay.
Hell yeah! I'm gonna protect you! Yeah!
Do you? I got some things to prepare. I'd like my bandage friend to go collect some things, but I don't want to leave him out alone. Do you mind if he tags around with you today while doing chores?
Not at all. Also, just, I don't know if it would help. I can't remember the prices at that store, but if we could get a little bit more of an advance on the payment, we might be able to gear up a little better to do a better job down there.
But you just watch him go. Right, yeah. How much? What are we talking about? Like
You need
50,
750 for
100,
plate,
200?
or half plate or something.
I'm not sure how much.
Yes, but I'm nowhere near there.
Yeah, I mean, that's not
That
even
won't happen
enough
this
of
time.
our
We need
thing.
750 for his armor.
And
What was that big hammer? That was a lot of money, right? That big old beautiful hammer.
I don't remember a hammer. I remember the battle axe.
Battle axe,
But,
that's it.
yeah,
He's afraid of pointy things.
yeah. I wanted a hammer, but they didn't have one.
Alright.
I don't really need anything but a rest. I mean, I need magic items, but they don't sell them at that guy's house. Is there
Alright.
another magic item store?
Here? I don't think so.
You know, like magic short swords or magic cloak of protection or something?
Most of those are probably in pretty high demand around here. I don't
Yeah.
know. There's not like a specific shop for that.
Well, I don't need anything, but he needs some armor.
There's the blacksmith. He seems nice.
Yeah, it's expensive. We need the money for the armor. You want us to you want him to get punched by a demon,
How much?
or do you want him to punch a demon?
Was it 750? You need 750? 750 and you'll escort me into the Betrayer's Rise?
Let me double check.
Well, we were supposed to give $500 each. 500 gold pieces each.
We're talking about up front.
But now for up front, we're Just trying to think.
Does anybody else need anything specific?
I don't know if there's
I
any.
don't.
You need plate. We're gonna get you plate.
As
bro.
the DM and not the character, I just want to know what you need
So,
or what you want.
I would love a
what
bag of
armor do you have?
I have
I
scale
would love a
mail.
bag of
I
holding.
love a bag of holding.
Yep. Other than that, I don't really
Scale
need it.
mail?
Do you
And
know what a
scale.
bag of holding
And
is?
do you want?
I've,
want-
when I worked
want
with the
heavy armor instead
professor,
of
he
medium?
would told
I
me
gotta
about it.
check to make sure I'm proficient at it.
Would you let me use like protection without a shield? That's like if someone gets attacked within 5 feet of me, I
Skill.
can take the hit instead of them.
Okay, so you could
that a
get
skill you
half
have?
plate for 750,
No, but
and
I'm
your armor
curious.
class would go up by 1.
Because it's like a
Because you can't
fighting
use a shield.
style.
And be
'Cause-
medium
no,
armor.
I can use a shield, but I'm just curious because
Your life domain,
I
right?
should get a
Yes.
shield or not.
Light.
If you're
Right.
running- I mean, I guess it's just you're just giving yourself less AC.
It's a reaction, and I just take the hit instead of someone else within 5 feet of me. So.
Yeah, you don't need a shield for that.
I think I do
You're done.
want to
'Cause
eventually
you're gonna
change
take the damage
armors. I don't
regardless,
know if
right?
I'd have to look
Yeah.
up to see if
So I
I'm
don't see- yeah,
proficient
the
in it or
I'm looking.
but it's not a pressing.
It doesn't give you added heavy armor proficiency, but if we get 750, you can get half plate, which will bring your AC up by 1. So,
But if you do get a shield, I will let you choose to instead increase their AC by 2 and not take damage.
I want to take the hit though.
Okay, so I'm just letting you know. I'm giving you an option just because it makes sense.
so the only thing that I can think of that we need is half plate for you. If we're looking for mundane stuff, you don't wear armor, or you,
I have, I wear a studded leather.
so you wear light armor. So you
Yeah.
and I both have studded leather. And are you wearing light armor?
I got that studded leather now.
You got studded leather.
Yeah, I got my studded. Which
You don't wear armor.
Whether
it just-
I'm going to pass on half plate
Okay, then we just need to rest.
because I like to scale.
I mean, if
You
the
ever seen
blacksmith
Roman
has like
armor?
an enchanted
Yeah.
bow,
Uh-huh.
be nice, but it's
I
not
like
required.
that.
But it's,
I
at
just
one
need to
point
know
you're
what
gonna get hit,
damage
and it's
That's
gonna
it,
hit
just
you by 1
magic bow.
point.
magic bow.
Or
And you're
magic
gonna be
bag.
like, if I had one more point of AC, I wouldn't take this hit.
I just realized
So you don't.
So a half plate is medium.
my
armor?
dex.
Yeah,
me
it's
just
the,
double
it's
check
the strongest
something real
medium
quick.
armor.
And there's no stealth disadvantage on that?
Not on the studded.
No, that half plate.
Oh, that. My AC. Can I have the plan? I just realized it's
Love
supposed
it.
to be 16 because I forgot to add my leather.
I like it.
You don't want it.
it.
It's not burning in me right now.
All right, I'm gonna ask the wizard if he knows anywhere that sells spell scrolls, or if he's got some spell scrolls for me, because I could learn those overnight.
Out of game, what spells are you looking for?
That'll take me a sec to tell you.
Just give me a ballpark of the kinds of magic you're looking for. Illusion, damage,
Well, I'll tell you.
cursing.
I'll tell you.
I wish I had something
Do you want me
more.
to tell you first level or second level or third level? I can't use third
It
level. Right now.
depends on what luck you're trying to push. the rarer it is, the less likely it is that they're going to have it. But
All right.
In game, I'd want to ask the wizard, with his knowledge of this changing he's talking about, just is there anything we should be considering or be more prepared for? Or is what happened
it's
at the
hu-
gate
it's-
just more the same we're expecting?
every time someone enters, it's a different experience,
Great.
which is why we're going on our own.
Run?
We're going to be on our own.
Oh, on our own. Yes. Okay. All right.
And,
Eva, you
and
were,
probably run.
You're
And-
asking.
Running's a good strategy.
And
Isn't
running,
about
just
spell
running
scrolls?
a lot of the time. I mean,
I write down. I tell you,
When-
I can.
when
I
necessary,
can make you some.
obviously.
Yes.
Strategic
Because I
retreats
worked with a
and
wizard.
whatnot.
He taught me how to basically make them, but it wouldn't be magical though. I can just basically copy the what it looks like on a piece of paper.
That's useful.
What's useful? Oh, the
The
copy
So,
spell scroll.
I can copy the spell scrolls, but they wouldn't be
You
magical.
can forge a spell scroll.
Yeah, I can basically forge ones.
Nice. Good to know.
I'm a forger too.
Do you have proficiency in forgery?
Yes,
Nice.
and I have a forgery kit.
It won't take me very long to tell him some stuff that I'm interested in and see if he has any of it.
Okay. any other requests to incentivize you to continue this job?
Yeah.
Well, just the gold, like if I can get some spell scrolls, then I can use the gold overnight to learn the spells. But since he doesn't want...
I'm
Since he
still
doesn't
just
want
going to try to
plates-
take it to half up front. That'd just be like another 125 GP for me to do it. Just because I'm a money-driven,
Yeah.
thieving.
Well, yeah, it's the thing about half up front, if I don't have anything to spend it on, what's the point?
Well, I don't know where we're going. What if when we get there, there's cool stuff? I don't like to travel without a bit of pocket money. You know what I'm talking about?
I know, you love yourself some pocket money.
What if there's a good restaurant? What if there's
We have... yeah. Okay.
I'll take you this area right here, just to give a quick map rundown.
Don't look at his book. It's got all the secrets in it.
It's fine, no one can read that fast.
Just in case anyone's trying to look, don't look. Oh, that'd be a good one. That'd be fun.
This is just like a town square. Well, it's a circle, but you know what I mean. There's a little well right there. We'll make this north. This is the Betrayer's Rise.
This is the center of town.
Yeah. So right here is the barn you all stayed in. This is the inn. Double check which ones.
I'm gonna grab my food and give the wife the food.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so I give him this list of spells. The most interesting ones to me would be Levitate, Invisibility, Shadow Blade. If I was getting a level 1 spell scroll, it'd be Fog Cloud or Featherfall. But there's some other ones.
Okay. If
I
all,
need spells
if
to
all of you are
protect
done demanding from the
Give me this,
wizard,
give
the
me
wizard
that.
that almost just died, he goes, oh, okay, I'll be right back. Give me a second. And goes back into the closet and shuts the door behind him.
Then I write for you. Is this too dangerous?
Probably.
What else do we ask for besides spell scrolls and gold to learn the spells with?
I don't know. Considering the gig was to keep him safe and he almost died, we might be pushing our luck here.
Well, he needs us to be stronger in order to protect him.
That is true.
Hugh, I don't know why he didn't want that plate.
He kind of didn't lay it out too much.
He likes the look.
Hugh, can you
scale.
you're a bright and shiny guy. Can you make, like, really bright lights happen? Okay, cool.
Light domain.
I don't know if it's like, it seemed those things were a little bit weaker in the light. Going in the dark,
Yeah.
it's gonna be freaky. But who knows? Maybe it's all different stuff when we go in tomorrow. I don't know.
What else is on this map?
This was the inn that we stayed in. This is the infirmary. That's like
Barracks.
where we came in. These are the barracks. That's the town square. These are areas we didn't particularly explore.
Blacksmith, Diz's place. We don't know, but we know it's there. Ditto,
And
ditto,
some
ditto.
wall
You
that
don't know
somebody
that
knows.
the weird thing at the end is there. That's just, I put that there so I don't forget that it's there.
Oh, okay.
But you saw to the left of the Betrayer's Rise, or like right next to your spot, there is a large building that smoke was coming out of. You saw the smoke. You didn't.
This
Yeah,
one.
right there.
Oh.
And those, that's everything you've seen so far. It's also much bigger than this. This is
Yeah,
just the
yeah,
town
yeah.
square, and everything. The distance has been shrunk for your.
Well, I'm gonna start a short rest while he's off getting scroll.
Okay.
Just sit down on the floor and start short resting. I bet you want a short rest too.
I'll take it. I'll hang out.
Oh shit, yeah, and I'm injured, so yeah, expend some dice. Who else is injured still?
I'm injured a little bit.
I think I'm injured.
Anybody have any good berries or potions
I still
Popped all
have
his good
I
berries
still have a
in that
couple of
man's
first
mouth
level healing spells if we need
and
it.
masticated for him.
Well, apparently all he needed to do was go through a door.
Yeah.
So you we're all going to begin your short rest, which takes an hour. Now you know you were planning on fighting, so as long as you don't get into combat within the next hour, I will consider you having a short rest.
Oh,
Or like cast a bunch of like crazy magic,
yeah.
like you would be a combat kind of thing.
So we
you
could
know?
like go explore while we're short resting.
Yeah, but if you start attacking things
Yeah, I
or
can
casting
stroll.
spells a lot, then it's gonna cancel out your short rest. Just keep that in mind. So, if for role playing purposes, you are resting for the next hour.
Yeah.
So after about 10 minutes of you all beginning to relax, now that Xander seems fine, you're hoping that you're gonna get some goodies. You hear behind the closet door. Ah, shit!
I'll open it.
You see a piece of fabric, like a large piece of fabric that's been like wrapped around, almost like nomad style, around a bunch of items, and has been dropped, and the items have spilled out.
Okay.
Among that, you find 10 platinum pieces,
Whoa.
20 gold pieces, and 344 copper pieces. You also find what look like some really nice armbands, just like these like metal gauntlets. You find a silver ring, and you find two scroll cases.
Is he there, or is it just
No,
the
it's just
stuff?
it's just the stuff on the
Just
floor.
the stuff. Okay.
You can attune to that ring during the short rest and find
Yes,
out
you
what it
can.
is.
So at the end of the hour, you will find out what that does.
Do I hear him? Is he? Because I heard him say,
You don't
"Oh
hear
shit!"
anything.
Right?
You heard that, but
Yeah.
you don't hear anything right now.
I'm gonna check out the spell scrolls.
You're going to check out the spell scrolls. You find a spell scroll for levitate. And you find... sorry, where's your list go? Do I still have your list? Did you take it back?
You never took it over there.
Oh, I thought you did.
Here, always pass that to him, please.
Thank you.
And just I'm beelining for the money and the ring, just to be like, oh cool, I'll parse this
What's
out
this one under
for you
darkness?
guys.
I don't know.
Okay. Not sure what that one says.
Enlarge, reduce.
Oh, okay. Got it.
My favorite remaining one would be Shadow Blade.
Got it. So you find levitate and enlarge reduce.
It'll make you big.
Or small.
You also find a small wooden, well, it's not small, medium-sized wooden crate chest. It's like a solid, almost like his dice tray. Just like a solid, crafted together wooden chest.
Well,
But the
I'm gonna look inside it. Nobody else does.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Did one of you guys get all this stuff?
yeah, we
11.
know the other. I got all the littles. I'm like,
11. As you open this up, just a fart cloud comes out, and the noxious fumes are so disgusting that you immediately feel bile start filling the back of your throat. You are considered poison for the next minute.
what?
Okay. No,
This is crazy! Why would he give us a gift like this?
But inside, you do see very neatly packed in like this fabric wrapping, 6 vials, 6 glass vials filled with liquid.
Can I get my spells
Oh, yeah.
sheet back? That's got my cheat sheet on the other side. Thanks. Ah!
And it's at this point that you see something new that you have not seen before. As suddenly an ornate door just appears in the middle of this room, right behind all this drop loot. And as it opens slowly, you hear as it pushes the coins that you haven't finished picking up yet. And as it opens, you can see what looks like a study or sitting room or something behind crackling fireplace, an armchair, maybe a bookshelf, and out walks the small bandage form, fixing bandages around their head so that only their eyes are exposed, and then shutting the door behind, which then disappears.
Where was that?
Master's study.
Where is it?
Master's study.
You got a name, little dude?
Thanks for a little bit. Diz.
That's his name, right?
His name is Xander, but yeah.
But Diz. Oh, yeah. That's what you want me to call you?
Do you have a better name?
Whatever you like.
This is fine.
Okay. You're with us today, right?
Look, just eyes locked on yours. Yeah?
We're cool. What's your favorite part of town?
Looks over at the door that you ripped open. I like the blacksmith.
Oh, cool. Cool.
Gives me bread sometimes.
Oh, nice. We might go see him.
I'm gonna gather up the money.
No, I can. That's me. I did that.
Everyone that's going for the money, roll dexterity.
No, but I was like, I'm parsing it out.
Yeah.
I'm doing the math here.
Well, give me 5 platinum and I'll be quiet.
That's not equal. We got 10,
I said we were gonna get 750 for him to get some plate.
but he didn't want it.
Oh, there's also the fabric that everything is wrapped in, which looks like
I'll study the fabric.
Okay. How are you studying it? Like just
I pick it up and feel it in my fingertips and
Do you want
look at
me
it.
to
Look at
protect
the
I
way
need
it's
money to
threaded.
learn
And,
this.
while it
Spells
looked very plain,
Oh,
like just
how much? I was
a
just gonna.
tablecloth,
I
maybe.
mean, I was gonna
you notice
even
that
Stevens
the stitching,
but
this is made to be worn. It's got a little draw strings that
Other
you bring
people
over your
don't
shoulders
care
and draw
about
it, and it
mine.
almost makes a hood.
ooh,
It's like a silky velvet feeling, I guess. Whatever that feels to feathers, I'm not sure.
right.
But yeah, you would recognize that as like a silky feeling, and upon close inspection, like it refracts the light, so it almost like has an oily sheen to it as you look like this.
Ooh. So yeah, I'm just looking at it and doing the oily sheen. And I can tell it looks like it should be worn.
Yeah.
Okay, so I put it on just to see what it feels like.
What are you thinking about?
What am I thinking about?
What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking, what is this made out of? This is very soft.
What are you thinking about when picturing yourself wearing this?
I'm thinking about what do I look like?
So you're not thinking, like, picturing yourself? I'm asking, like, what does Mears think, like, in Mears' head?
Oh,
like, that
what do I
Mears
think of
looks like right now?
myself?
Like, how does Mears feel wearing this? What's Mears imagining?
I imagine I'm feeling very, like, stealthy.
Stealthy?
Yeah. Like, ooh, like I feel like I can hide.
Okay. You watch all as the sheen, the little oily sheen that's been on it, rippling just as it moves, not like on its own, just in the light, vanishes, and the cloak looks Vanta black.
It looks what?
Vanta black, like black, like as black, no light is being reflected off of it.
And looking down at myself. Woo!
Dope.
I'm still feeling it, and I'm still there.
It feels the same, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It just looks different.
Cool. I'll tie it off then. Make it nice and secure. Yeah, I like it.
What was it?
I have the sheet that the stuff was all wrapped in. I was studying it, and it turns out it was some kind of cloak, so I put it on. And when I put it on, it turned into like jet black,
Like Vanta Black.
like Banta black.
Sweet. I'm gonna say to you,
Look, give me 5 platinum pieces and I'll be quiet. A wizard needs a lot of money to learn spells. And if somebody else needs it, I'll give it away. Promise.
Okay.
Just give me 5.
Is
Please.
everybody cool with this?
Oh,
Everybody cool with
I'm
this?
sorry. Also, enough paper was included to transcribe those spells.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Enough paper and ink.
why did I bring all this paper?
all right. So you
All
okay
right.
with
He
that?
doesn't need. You're not gonna get the plate.
Nope.
So
Not now.
And I think we all vote. Wizard learn spells important.
Okay, so
Yeah,
there's
it's
still a
fine with
ring,
me.
5 platinums.
and bracers.
I want the ring.
I'll check the braces. I
Just
guess.
like rings.
They look fairly simple, but well made. There's no. When you have poorly made armor that's like quickly made for the front lines, there's like dents and misfolds. It's very clear that this was made quickly. But here it's just perfectly smooth on all edges. It comes to a nice little point up here, covers up to the wrist. It's standard looking but high quality metal gauntlets.
Can I? Is my detect magic still going?
No, not at this point. Oh yeah, how long does it last?
Lasts for 10 minutes.
Yeah, not at this point.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if I understand if these are magical?
Sure.
Warning about eyeballs.
Eyeballs.
I heard you.
Ready.
I didn't listen.
Harder than mine.
Yeah, it always makes me
look.
look. Fucking that one.
That one.
All right.
Okay. They could be. They're high quality, but you don't notice any like arcane inscriptions on them or anything.
I'll just start chanting detect magic again.
Okay. I gave.
It's just what you do. Like whenever you're done talking, you're like blah blah blah.
blah, blah, blah. I gave Aoife the 5 platinum pieces. I'm gonna give everybody else 1 of the last ones. Because I'm like, because there's 5 of us. Everybody else gets 1 more.
It was 20 gold and 344 copper.
Yeah. So it would be everybody gets 4 gold to everybody. 4 gold, and then I'm gonna round. I'm gonna round down.
This is mine.
Because it would be like 68.85 copper each, but I don't know how to do that math unless somebody wants to bite one. But I will always round in my favor.
I'll bite.
FYI.
I'll bite.
My character
All right,
will
you can
tell
write
you
down.
all that she will happily use the platinum pieces for anything that we need to be stronger as a group.
Yeah.
1 platinum piece.
Yeah.
How many gold pieces?
4.
And then
2 of them.
60
Virgin
gold.
Knight.
68 coppers.
Yeah, is it 100 gold for 2nd level?
For I believe so. Yeah, I think it's 50 gold per level.
I think that too. I'll look.
Unless you chose that as your school.
And Chaz is going to be like, girl, you ever need anything, you will let me know.
And I'm gonna look at you in a really hot way, but then,
Literally.
But then be really aggressive about it.
Thanks.
Man, Fey aggression is like next level aggression.
No, yeah, I walk up to you and I tug on your cloak and I give you the money, like my share.
It's okay, little one. Each one of these is worth like 1,000 of those. Maybe 10,000. No, it's
You
okay.
can hold on to it for later.
You're trying to give me your copper?
No, all the whatever sheet, the 4 gold, 1 platinum.
No. I'll give you mine if you need it. You give me yours if I need it. We're good.
Oh,
I think it's better we spread it out right now. Keep it safe.
as you go to put the gold in your pocket, your hand just keeps going.
In my pocket?
Through your pocket.
Does it end up on the floor?
No.
Oh,
It's a pocket dimension.
In my pocket?
In your pocket.
A pocket in your
In the
pocket?
pocket of the cloak.
Oh.
You got bag of holding pockets, dog.
Whoa.
Pocket. There's just one.
So I'm going to reach in and grab and then throw them back in and reach in and throw them back
Yeah.
in.
As soon as they pass the lip, they disappear.
Whoa. And then I can just reach in and just grab them?
Yeah, as long as you're thinking about grabbing them, yeah.
Whoa. I'll try putting my dagger in there too.
Okay.
And I can pull it out?
If you think about grabbing it, yeah.
Cool. Okay, so I start putting all my shit in there. Take all this load off my back.
What?
That's magical. I wonder what that ring does. Did you already take it?
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me see. Let me see if I can figure it out.
I just like rings. I love rings.
It's 18 Arcana. I wonder if I can figure it out.
Definitely magical. You can see the arcane runes that kind of swirl with the twisting of the ring. The metal ring starts a normal loop, and then at the very end it kind of splits into different pieces that are twisted, like braided, and then swirl like this. You see evocation symbols.
Oh. Hey, I bet this ring looks like it blasts.
I believe. Let me just double check. But I believe it's okay.
You know, like fireballs, lightning bolts,
Wow.
magic missiles, stuff like that. Just blast, blast, blast. But I don't know exactly.
Only
Right.
got 17 out of 26 hit points after rolling all 3 of my hit die.
Wow.
So I hope no gorilla monsters come get us.
So at this point, since you start, I'll say that this entire investigation,
22 out of 26.
that you just got items that you might want to attune to. So at this point, you're welcome to chill out, go to the end or chill out and wait for an hour to attune to things, or you can just continue doing things and hope that
Did you
no
took the
conflict
bracers?
happens.
Yeah.
You got the bracers? Okay.
So you got
I
the
wanna test-
bracers, the ring, the cloak.
Cloak. I want to test this cloak. Can
Money
I
and
grab the milk
scrolls.
crate? See if I can put it in?
Nothing for you.
I'm good right now.
Too cool.
First of all, the milk crate's been shattered.
Oh, that's right. You
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
that.
So-
Okay.
so
Right.
that's it.
Never mind.
So you can grab a piece of wood and put it in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just to try.
Yeah, you can just keep doing it if you want.
Cool.
Don't put too much in there.
Isn't it?
I'll take one out. Throw it on the floor.
Fucking bug spray. What's worse, bug spray or bugs? I don't know.
No, me either.
Yeah. Anybody else want more?
I'm good for now.
All right.
I usually spray my clothes and hope that's enough to keep them from my skin.
Well, yeah. So you said we can sort of short rest while we're walking?
Yeah, like if you want, you can continue doing things around town. So at this point, I would say it's noon.
Okay.
So at noon, you got your new items to attune to, if you want to consider
I
that.
did the-
So you have an hour from now
Yeah.
to be attuned, and
Okay.
half an hour from now to have finished a short rest for when it comes to healing. So
I'm going to tell you guys
Tonight when I'm sleeping, I'm gonna learn levitate and enlarge reduce.
Nice.
Yeah. I can make the 9-foot tall guy like 18 feet tall or something.
That sounds like fun.
That's tall.
Yeah.
what's the total levels of that?
What?
What are the total levels of those two?
they're both 2.
Both two, so that's 4 hours. Yeah, so yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, and 200 gold. 4 hours. Lots of learning tonight.
Let's go look at something we haven't looked at before.
I want to take Diz by the blacksmith or wherever you want to go, Diz.
Mini Diz.
Little Diz,
Little Diz Junior.
little Dizzy.
Diz was busy watching mirrors, and he goes, "Holmes, there's bread."
Bread? You like bread?
Yes.
You like bacon?
I don't know.
You never had bacon?
Is that food?
Yeah.
Can I have it?
Yeah. Let's go get some bacon. We'll go see the blacksmith. We'll get some bread. We'll take a look around. Take a nice walk.
And you can see this like creepy little grin. Like the
Just
bandages
like
are here,
that.
so it's normally just like bandages. But like as the grin
Yeah.
happens, the bandages kind of part, and you see like these pointy little teeth, and it's like these really pale
Yeah.
lips.
No.
These pale, thin lips and these pointy little teeth. It's
Chad-
kind of cute, but like in a creepy way.
Chad just wants to take. Chad loves this little weirdo.
And just the bright, big green eyes.
It's like,
Just-
let's go.
Like not like I'm not talking about like Smeagol big.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, they're just like big green eyes.
Big eyes.
Yeah.
Can I figure out what race he is based on my library research that I done did?
What is your library research on? What do you?
Well, I've been
research
working in
races?
this. I've been working in this mage college, helping with the library for a few years.
What was your thesis, or what was your
No, I
idea of
literally
interest
just
Worked in a library.
apprenticed in a library.
as like a librarian?
No, I worked for a wizard in a library in a mage college, like as a library assistant, putting away books, reading books all the time. I'm really into research. I love reading, so I would have just been
Reading
and
anything
putting
you
away
could
books.
find, is what you're saying.
Yeah, as long as it would be in a mage college library.
Okay, sure. Roll I'll let you roll an Arcana or Nature check. Your choice.
A history check.
Oh, or a History check.
I'll
You can
go
do
for
that too.
Arcana, but anyway, Arcana or history would be 16.
16. At first glance, with the sharp pointed teeth, you think goblin, but the strange pale thin lips, definitely not goblin. But does give you slight Fey vibes, you know.
It's making the player think about a certain race that's an Exandria race that begins with a D. It's like a little green thing.
Little green thing with a D. Do you
Well,
know the name of it?
No, obviously it wouldn't be that. Otherwise, you'd know what a
I mean, there's a lot of races that introduce in Exandria,
Yeah.
so.
like a playable race. That's
Did-
like a little green thing.
I would ask Diz too. Diz, do you know anything about the people in that room? You ever been in that crazy room?
No.
The dead people? No? It's too bad. Whatever happened.
So,
Yeah. But we're gonna get you some bacon.
it just like holds that for a while.
Let's go.
Almost like a tea kettle.
Taking Diz on the town.
Okay, so you're all heading out.
Yeah, I'm following Chad and Diz.
I want to go somewhere we haven't been.
Yeah, let's go check out. Well, what I am interested in checking out this like smoky thing near the gate, just because of the fireball in where we are, or fireball, the fire damage. Just to go see if this has
Was
any
that the building that you
similarities.
look out the hole that it was facing?
No,
No, that would be like-
It was like across the street. Yeah. So you want to go check
But
out the
like
smoke?
I think over here, yeah, I'd go
So
probably
are you
check
doing
out
that
the smoky
instead of
thing.
bacon?
Oh well, I was gonna take this on a series of things, so I didn't know. Well, I would
What are
ask
we
Diz.
doing? What are we doing right now?
I would be like, do you want to go to the blacksmith first, Diz, and get bread, or do you want to experience bacon?
Why don't we get him to go somewhere we've never been?
I want to get this man some bacon. You guys can go, and I'll
Let's
take
go.
Diz to go get bacon.
Bacon.
I just want to go get Diz some bacon, and then we'll get some. Let's go to the inn, try to get some bacon, and we can take it on the road and eat bacon while we walk around.
Yeah,
This is my suggestion.
let's do it. I'm so aggressive. I'm impatient.
Can't wait to go to sleep so I can change personalities.
I know. You're like, okay,
That's the real reason why I want the long rest.
Yeah. What if you roll the same thing? Does that happen?
No, you don't roll. You just choose.
Oh, I see. I see.
We'll do something I haven't done yet.
Some
Got
people
it.
do roll though.
Oh, okay.
Some people do.
Some people do. Some people don't. Okay, yeah. So I want to go back to the inn and see if I can hook Diz up with the experience of bacon.
Okay. As you walk into the inn, you see a mess. You can see that the cots that were in the different stalls have been overturned and are in the main walkway. All the curtains have been pulled open. There's cups and wooden platerware and stuff all over the ground in front of the door. You can see like this like ale like dripping from the walls right on either side of the door as you walk in. And upstairs, from this angle, you can see there are some patrons sitting at the bar, but they seem kind of like quiet and, you know, just drinking. There's no ruckus going on or anything.
I'm going to investigate.
When you investigate.
I'm gonna look at the overturned things and the splatters on the wall and see if I can extrapolate what caused them.
Yeah, go for it. Roll an investigation check.
I'll help with that.
Okay. Do you want to roll yourself or give advantage?
I'll just give advantage.
Yay! 19.
19. Judging by what you notice when you walk down this walkway, it is pretty clear that these stalls have been cleared out almost systematically. Flipped over, you can see that the hay in the rooms has been like shifted over to one side of the rooms. Something was being searched for in each of these stalls. As for the ale on the wall, you quickly find a couple tankards that have been emptied and are laying on the ground next to it, which you deduce someone perhaps threw them at the walls.
I can't figure out who or why from here.
Unlikely.
Let's talk to some patrons.
Is the like lift still working?
It's currently up there, but yeah.
Can I pull it down?
Yeah.
I tell Diz to get in there. I'm like,
Yeah, Diz, you're
"You're
gonna love this. We're going for a ride.
Diz, like it's just currently holding on to the corner of your cloak, and just and the eyes get a little wider.
Get in.
It just slowly steps on it, and just like locks eyes with you. And before you do anything, it goes, levitate.
Oh.
It just gets like really excited about going higher.
Woo. Let's go. Do we get
So
to
Diz is up there alone now.
Oh no, I would have gone with them. I would have gone one at a time.
I mean, that's just what happened in the scene.
Oh no.
I'm gonna climb the ladder.
I want to be with him. I'm going up.
Okay, so the rest of you climb the ladder?
Yeah, just go ahead.
Yeah, by the time you get up there, Diz is like trying to grab at things at the counter, and you see the patrons go.
Oh, hey! I got you, bro. I got you. Do we see any of the people we recognized before?
Yeah, you see the blacksmith is here.
Oh, hey!
You see him like eating. He's got like a frying pan in front of him instead of a plate, and he's just eating eggs and bacon out of it.
Nice.
He's got a glass here, and he goes, "Hey!" He just looks at you. Hey.
I'm gonna go up to him and yell.
This studded leather is awesome!
Of course it is. I made it myself.
Yeah.
Thank you!
Of course. How's the dagger treating you? Good.
Oh, great.
Good.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Everyone's okay? I heard there was a thing down at the wall.
Yeah, that was.
I reach in my new pocket and I pull out the vial of black goo. I show him.
Ooh, what is that? He takes it. You can keep that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, who took the vials that were in the chest? Did I take them?
I assume since you're the one that got
Yeah,
sprayed with it,
yeah,
that you
you
have.
did.
Can I take a look at them?
Yeah.
See
As you
if I
look
think
at
they're
them,
poison
you see red liquid vials. In 5 of them, you recognize 4 of them as simple healing potions, and 1 is a greater. And the last vial just has a green liquid that you don't recognize.
Do I think that one's poison?
I don't know. Do you?
I don't know. Only the dice can tell me what I think. I got a 19 on Arcana or History. For medicine, it'd be 13.
13. But you haven't seen a potion like this before.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give like a little healing one to you.
Hey, thanks. Bing.
Got 4. Little healing one to you.
I put it in my pocket.
Keep a little healing one. You don't want one?
I don't think I need it.
I feel like you don't need it either.
How come? How does he get healing?
He's just because he's a barbarian.
He's a
got-
big dude.
Oh.
Takes half damage. I got so I kept one, and I got a greater, so I can give another little one. Which one do you want's the other little one?
Yeah, you got big pockets.
got a- he's
yeah. Yeah.
I'll
So
part
I'll
my
keep
pocket.
a grater in a little because I'm a frontliner with no hit points.
I'm gonna ask the.
Oh,
go ahead. You know.
I was going to ask the blacksmith what happened here.
Oh, I didn't see it. I did look like this when I got here.
It looked like this when you got here.
Yeah, I just came here for lunch. I just got here a little while ago.
What about the other patrons? Ask them. Same
When I was
thing.
the other patrons. I mean, question's there as usual.
Who is?
Question the
Tiefling?
I'll ask.
Question. Mm-hmm. Question is like sketching in her notebook, and you just ask what happens.
What happened?
Oh, that's a great question. So someone stole all of the money from this morning's breakfast rush.
What?
And so the man behind the bar was ripping the place apart, looking for it. And then his sister came home and started yelling at him, and there was a fight. It was hilarious.
Is he around?
I think they're both behind the curtain currently. That
Awesome.
was the last I saw them. That was like half an hour ago.
I'm going to go over to you and aggressively whisper in your ear.
How much did you take from them?
I didn't take anything. What are you talking about?
Let me rephrase. How much do you think they're missing?
I don't know, but I want to buy a lot of bacon. I will.
Did you take silver?
I tip well. I took.
It wasn't that much.
It wasn't that much, but it was a good.
It was,
I
it was a
probably
good amount
have.
for an innkeeper. But it
Yeah.
wasn't that much for an adventurer.
What if we give him one of the platinum? It's 100 gold.
I'll give him some.
One platinum is 10 gold.
It's 100 gold.
Oh, I thought I was. What did you give us? 10 platinum, 100 gold,
20 gold.
I'm not
10
learning
platinum, 20
anything
gold,
tonight.
344 coppers.
Well, I don't have enough gold to learn anything tonight, guys.
Anything?
You don't need gold if you have the paper and ink.
It's, as far as I know, it's 100 gold pieces for a second level spell.
It's
to
100
learn
gold pieces of paper and ink materials.
it. Oh,
So you already have the materials. You don't need
I
gold.
see. I see. Well, then thank you.
Well, I am going to try to call the barkeep and see if he's not going to be in a bad mood if we order some food and drink.
Okay.
And be like, I heard you had a bad day. We're sorry to hear it. My friend here has never experienced bacon, and I really want to make it special for him.
The barkeep hasn't come out yet.
No, I'm just talking bad in the wind.
So you,
Like,
you yell for the barkeep.
telling the tiefling, yeah, I'm going to be like, barkeep.
You hear raised voices coming
No.
from back there. Not screaming, but loud. Like it raises, so now you can hear it. But it's muffled. You don't pick up what they're saying. Before he walks out, hair a bit disheveled. His clothes are a little awry. He's got a bloody lip. You see the shiner starting to form. He goes, it's you. How can I help you?
Sir, my friend, first of all, sorry for whatever trouble's going on here. I mean, I heard
You
had a
didn't
rough
happen to
morning.
see where the till went, right?
I didn't. There was so much going on, and I was so focused on the
Looks over
bacon.
You look shady.
Oh,
Did you see
this-
where my till went? Roll a persuasion check. Wait, did you see where it went? Did you see that happened?
Nope.
Okay, roll a persuasion check then.
12.
12. Natural one.
But, sir,
Someone had to have seen this.
somebody did,
Then,
and
alright.
I see that you've been investigating extensively.
Just like,
All right, what does it look like?
it was a wooden bowl full of coins.
Well, I know you're having a troublesome day, but my little friend here,
I'm sorry. Yeah, what did you need?
my little friend here has never had bacon, and I really want to show him a good time. So I would be willing, and just
Those gophers
in
are not
light of the
deterred.
trouble you've had, I just want to treat him to, like, you know, a good spread. But I know you're running a little low, and I'm just gonna slide a platinum piece across and be like,
You watch his jaw drop.
can we hook him up? I know you're busy.
Grabs it
and I know
and
stuff's
slides
rough
it.
right now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. The man's never had bacon,
We need to fix that immediately.
right?
You should put that away before you lose it again.
Yeah, put
yes.
it somewhere safe right now.
I mean, you know what you're doing. Why don't you, like, you know where everything is.
You don't mind?
You know what? With this, free reign of the kitchen whenever
Oh my
you
god.
want. I'll
Happy
be right
to.
back.
Had the time of my life. Guys,
Just
Mears.
runs back there. Sis!
Mears, you on this with me? Let's go, bud.
Okay. You gotta get to cooking.
I'm like, yes, what? Come do it
I'll
again.
go,
You're
yeah.
so-
You have to pour in the
Scrubbing
drink.
The
up.
bugbear's like, hey, can I get a refill? And just holds the pan that he's got. That's happy.
Do, do,
And I refill his
do,
glass.
Okay.
do,
If there's any dirty dishes,
Service
just
is
start washing
great
them.
today.
And wipe it in front of him.
Good.
All right, now I'm gonna make a fancy little. I'm gonna make a little smiley face on the plate out of bacon, and then, like, slide it to Diz. Be like,
Okay.
get ready and watch. Try it, Diz.
Just this takes like the eyebrow that you made. Is it crispy?
Yeah.
chewy, crispy?
Yeah, like the good.
Just pops the whole thing in the mouth. And it just as it crunches his mouth. Just the eyes just look down at them. Grabs the mouth
Like,
and just holds it up with a smile and just slurps it in and just starts shoveling the bacon that's there.
yay!
Reaches over to the bugbear and like totally just grabs all the fresh bacon you just put in the
And I'm like, I got you. We're grilling.
Okay.
Bacon for everybody all day long.
The whole time I was up, I was casting ritual detect magic.
As always. I just assume that when you're not talking,
Yeah,
you're
it's
trying
like
to
the
fit that
everything.
10 minutes into the scenario.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever cast detect magic in here?
Have I what?
Have you cast detect magic in here? In the bar?
In here?
The bar?
I don't know.
I don't think you have. I don't think you sat at the bar chanting.
No.
So no. Okay. You don't detect anything up here. Like, that's obvious other than what your friends have on them. You do pick up magical aura from the bracers and the ring. And obviously the cloak. And all the potions. None of the patrons seem to be equipped with anything magical currently. They're mostly... None of these are like soldiers or fighters. I mean, the bugbear might have fought at some point in his life, but these are all mostly the people that keep the town running and are here on a lunch break, you know, or are unfortunately passing through. But knowing your determination, I'm sure you're investigating the entire place, so roll an investigation check.
Is the hot evil elf here?
You have not seen her.
Yeah, that is a 24.
So, you're not sure what you're going to find. Someone's already overturned everything and searched for it, but you're magic. You're better than most people, so you take a nice leisurely stroll down the stalls, and in the very last one, out of the corner of your eye, you see a red aura coming from the corner in like the stack of hay that's been pushed aside. There's a red aura like kind of emanating from it.
A needle in a haystack.
I'm gonna go for it, make sure there's no traps in between me and it, and try to see what it is.
Yeah, I mean, you can like brush the hay aside until what is making it is revealed without touching it. And you see what looks like a little red gem, like a little crystalline, almost crimson, that's just giving up a faint aura just
I'm gonna
from
say
your detect magic, and it's got like a little string around it, like a necklace.
I'm gonna say, what is a gem of the war mage doing here?
Is that what you say aloud as a
Yeah.
character?
Yeah, that's what my character says out loud. I'm gonna sort of pick it up without touching it, and
Wait, how are you picking it up without touching Mage Hand?
yeah, pick it up without touching it, and take a really close look at it and see if I can figure out what it is.
Roll an Arcana check.
Is it a gem of the war mage? Nope.
Don't you have advantage on Arcana?
Oh, and I
Only if Petunia swoops in and is like, "Remember the books you read?"
No, I don't think that happens.
I don't have advantage on
I
Arcana.
thought you said that earlier. Okay. Yeah. Clearly some kind of magical gemstone or something. It looks kind of strange because it's not like a perfectly cut stone. It's a little, I don't want to say rough, but organic, right? Like it's got almost like candle wax coming down a candle and then drying. How it's got like those bumps. Like it's got uneven. The surface is uneven, but it's not like uneven in like this was chipped out of something way. It just looks like it formed in this uneven way.
Okay. Well, like I
But
said,
it is like generally like a crystal.
my player has a guess what it is, but my character doesn't know what it is, so I'm not going to press it into my short sword as I would. I'm just going to tuck it in my pocket and wait for the short rest to be over.
You use your mage hand to tuck it in your pocket. What does your player do? What does your character do? No?
I touch it with my bare hand.
Okay. Just double
Hand
check. I believe it's
falls off.
wisdom.
I decided to do something dumb, guys.
Don't worry, it's gonna pay off.
She's been firing.
Roll a
for
charisma
long-
saving throw.
charisma.
I am so charismatic. Oh, it's a nat 20.
That's funny. As you pick this up with your fingers, you immediately feel a charge of magical energy coming from this. Almost like you're holding a spell frozen in place.
Oh, spell gem.
Yeah, I'll say that's what you get from just touching it.
Okay, it's a
It's,
spell.
it's just like a
Hold on,
pulse
guys.
of energy coming from it.
I'm gonna wrap it up in a piece of fabric and put it in my pocket.
You got it.
Find out what it is at the end of the short rest.
You can't ritually cast Identify?
I don't have identify
No.
unless someone give me a scroll with it.
No, was it on the list?
I love me some identify.
All right. I want to cook. I'm cooking up some bacon for the road, so we can go walk around.
Okay. How much bacon are you cooking?
We're taking it. I want everybody to at least have a couple of slices to walk down the street. And
You just tell me a number.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 pieces of
You're
bacon.
making 14 pieces of bacon. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll take some. I'll buy some bread from the guy when he comes out. Take with us.
Did you did you do anything about the?
I gave him a platinum piece, so let me take over the kitchen and make Diz
You
bacon.
basically you don't have to pay for bread. You basically have free reign of the
And he
kitchen
was
at this
really
point.
happy
Oh,
about
okay.
it.
You guys paid for like the month of patrons.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah, you guys are good.
Okay,
For
so-
at least now. If you stay here for years, you may have a problem with it. But yeah, so you get, how much bread do you want?
I don't know. 2, I guess.
You get
loaves.
two, and they're stale. They weren't made today, but yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I'll take them. I'll put them in my magic pockets.
nice.
And I also would let him know that we're going to need to spend the night again tonight, so we're going to want one of the cots probably.
As you're saying this to the curtain.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. A hardened, like scarred across the face. You see this woman stick her head out. Dark brown hair. The scar kind of goes from here down to the chin, so there's like a big gap in the hair. What's left has been just kind of tied back, just to stay out of the way. She goes, "Yeah, I'll have my brother on that. Just thank you so much for your patronage.
Of course, of course.
Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Appreciate it so
sorry
much.
for
Thank
your
you.
rough day.
You know what? Silver linings.
Yeah.
Platinum linings.
Platinum linings.
I copy what she did, and I go, "This is for you," like in your voice. And I slide a copper.
Thanks, little bird.
And I wink at you.
Yeah.
And you watch as
Well, now that I know that I don't need the platinum to learn the spells, I'm gonna give you guys each 1 platinum.
Hey.
So you, oh yeah. So I have 1. I have 1 platinum.
Mears, you catch Diz reaching into your pocket.
Oh! I grab him. I go.
Sorry.
What do you need, little dude?
He looks at the kind of scary looking woman. Nothing.
Do you want to give her money too? I'm gonna give him a cup. I'll give him a cup.
This is for you.
Yeah, she'll be like, you got buddy. Good job, Tiz.
Oh, and I feel bad to
Did
team
you
it just so I give him
the
another
20
copper.
gold?
I did. Everybody
is
got
for you.
4. You should have gotten 4
Good.
from that.
And then 68 copper.
And 68 cup.
I just throw all the copper on the floor. 68 copper.
Okay, so with that, I'll say about half an hour. So about half an hour left until you can attune to the new items you got. What do you guys do?
I want to go look at that smoky building. Anybody else want to check out that smoky building?
I want to say the smoky building.
Let's do the smoky building.
Smoky.
Yeah. So if that's where these two are going, I'm just gonna follow these two.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really interested in whatever that is.
No,
but I'm gonna go
this
to Smoky.
smoky building there.
I'm really interested in that, but I'm gonna go over there.
Yeah, what is that? Could that be?
This is so long.
Hey.
Man, you guys picked the longest entry in the
it
city.
Oh no.
It's just a lot of detail for some reason.
He's like,
This is pretty different from
what happened here?
Okay.
Kind of. I mean, the barn's pretty similar, just, not as many animals.
We're all animals.
I guess in a way, yeah.
As you head out of this barn and down towards the Betrayer's Rise, which is the direction that you saw the smoke. What's the marching order?
Huh?
What's the marching order down the street?
I'll be third.
I'll lead with bow.
Okay, side by side. Both of you make perception checks.
Oh, that's a good thing.
And I'm walking with you and Diz.
It's a natural one again.
Wow.
Good thing you got a cleric with you.
15.
15?
Yeah.
Okay. It's very quiet out today.
Yeah, just in general after.
You don't really notice anything. It's just you do notice that it's quieter than you expected. Than it has been since you got to the city. There's been alarms, shouting, fighting, disgruntled people in the streets complaining about their days. You did, as you exited the barn, pass what looked like the kobold mother that you saw with her children. She was hanging out around the side of the barn, just kind of huddling her children, just shushing them and stuff. But that's the last thing you heard as you walked down the street.
Okay.
Wow, all these people were disturbed by. All these people were kicked out of their homes.
Yeah, that's rough. That's a rough morning. I just, in general, will also be scanning eyes to the skies after our previous experience of this town. And,
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Okay. Both of you roll perception checks for the sky.
Rad! Nice.
21.
Nice. Terrible. Fucking flip, but I think it was a 5. Which would be 11.
Skies look clear. Skies look pretty clear. I mean, of danger. It's still like kind of cloudy and moody in the sky. But you do see in the distance, past the city walls, these, what you've all noticed, these large black spires that have come to a point, sticking out of the ground at odd angles. Down in that direction, you do see what looks like a large bird. Like almost like an eagle or something, but it looks like it's outside the city walls. Just circling. With your perception, you can tell it's pretty large the way it's circling around one of these spires. Like that's all you see.
Would it just look like a regular
Those look like a really large bird. I mean, you don't know how big these spires are, how far away they are,
Right.
but they're clearly big enough to see from inside the city, and this
Right.
bird is big enough to be noticeable even though it's around one. So,
What's Diz? You from here, Diz? You lived this town long?
just a couple months.
Oh, alright. Did you come here with the wizard? You guys know each other a long time?
Just a couple months.
Where were you before that?
I'm not sure.
Not sure? Snap.
Diz, how old are you?
I'm not sure.
How's your memory?
I'm not sure.
Can I tell by examining him why he's covered in bandages?
You can roll a medicine check. See if there's any like grievous injuries or burns or something.
It's good. It's all
Very
right.
good.
It's a 19.
19. With the 19 in medicine, someone being covered in this many bandages would have to be like horribly disfigured for like like third-degree burns over their bodies or something like that for this to be warranted. You don't see any like blood or pus or ooze on the bandages. The bandages look pretty clean for walking around a dusty city. So you're not sure of any medical reason why this, unless just hiding old burns or some kind of disfigurement.
Diz, what do you think about that room full of black char in the back of the wizard's place?
It's sad.
Yeah.
So close.
What do you mean?
They were so close.
To what?
Each other.
It is sad.
Did you know them?
No. I named them though.
You named them? What were their names?
Just looks down to the side. 1, 2, and 3.
Oh,
I didn't know a lot of names.
yeah.
I opened my notebook and turned to the back to the drawing that I copied from Question of the Feywild that she showed me.
Looks at it.
So when I show it to him and I point to it.
It's pretty. What is it?
Then underneath I write Feywild.
That's what the Feywild looks like? It just stares. Just taking in all the details that you copied.
Hey, Diz, why does Disander want to go to the Feywild?
He thinks I'm from there.
Oh. I know some other people from the Feywild.
You're
Yeah.
from the Feywild? Do you know me?
I don't remember anything.
Me neither.
Maybe we'll remember together.
If we get there, right?
Yeah. A lot of demons in between us. You remember it?
Then I make some sounds that I remembered. Feywild sounds, some insect sounds, maybe a few bird sounds, or Feywild version.
Yeah, I mean, they're still like whistles and chirps. Like they're not anything you recognize.
Yeah.
And they're much more musical than you'd expect a wild animal to make. Kind of sounds, but they're definitely recognizable as wilderness sounds of some sort.
So yeah, I just remember a few of those.
I mean, it's pretty.
Ritual casting detect magic.
I thought you did that.
Do it all the
It's a
time.
long walk to the fucking place.
It's not that long. I guess if you guys are walking slow, it could take 10 minutes to get
Do it
there.
again just to be safe.
Okay.
A fresh 10 minutes.
Got it. Okay, cool. So we'll say you finish right when you get there.
Yeah.
So, you approach as you arrive at the Betrayer's Rise. Before you get too close to the gate, you kind of take a side road that leads towards where the smoke is, and you pass through what were like these iron gates, like a large iron fence and gates, but they've been kind of like rusted open. Doesn't seem like they're closed very often. Going further in, you find a simple stone building that's built into the mountainside. Because, well, one side that you came in is walls, the other side is a mountain, and the Betrayer's Rise is kind of like built out of that. Thick, acrid smoke billows from the chimneys of the stone building. Around it, you can see corpses that are wrapped in beige cloth and are stacked in a small yard northeast of the building. A willowy man wearing a leather apron greets you near the entrance as you pass through the gates. New bodies for Bazazan, I see.
Is this where that goblin works?
Trax.
Hey, you know a guy named Trax?
Behind him stands a giant of a man, muscular, blue-eyed, and short-cropped hair with a missing arm. Okay.
You guys know a guy named Trax?
Trax? Trax? Looks back at the...
It's a goblin that works at the crematorium.
I don't know Trax. Do you know Trax? I'm just checking to see if they know. You don't think so.
Is this the crematorium?
This is the crematorium.
We met a goblin who said he worked here and his name was Trax.
They just look at each other. No idea what you're talking about.
Oh man. Fellow fey creature was lying. Sucks.
Or these guys.
This is not the crematorium. The place with the smoke coming out of
No,
it?
the guy
Bodies?
standing there.
Trax is
They're
in the
hijacking.
crematorium.
Sure, insight on if these guys are lying.
Yeah,
not
go ahead,
knowing
roll
tracks.
insight.
Low, super low.
Yeah, you're not sure. I mean, they're a bit weird, a bit excited to be at a crematorium. So you're not really sure how to get a good read on what is good and bad about their reactions right now.
Do they seem suspicious?
What'd you roll?
Oh, I rolled like a 5 tops.
They seem weird.
No.
What are they wearing?
Good question. The smaller one is wearing just light leather armor. Has a dagger and a bow. But the larger one seems to be wearing studded leather armor. The arm he does have has a leather glove on. He looks like he's been in a few scraps, though he's not like disfigured other than the missing arm. But they look pretty standard, like
Okay.
built to protect themselves, but not necessarily soldiers.
Okay, so they're not wearing the
No,
special-
they're not. Yeah, they're not wearing the Laurel Watch.
Okay.
Business must be good in a town like this.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. How long have you worked here?
About, looks back at the other one. About 5 years.
Ah, you know this town pretty well.
I'd say so. Definitely know the people that pass through it.
You seen this little guy prior to
You're
2
playing
months
Dis-
ago? Little,
playing
yeah,
Dis?
little dis.
They both like look at it.
There's a raccoon right over there.
Never seen him in my life.
Oh, this is Diz.
Hi, Diz. You come to join the pile?
No.
Nah? Any of you? Okay, little crematorium humor.
Got it.
Just checking to see. Is there anything you need here, or you just come to help? We could definitely use the hands.
You guys have any hidden treasure tunnels under the crematorium?
You know what? I'm so glad you asked. If you want, I could show you.
In insight?
Yeah, roll inside check.
I am incredibly dubious
Does he
about
seem like
this
he's
guy.
lying?
Just follow us into this dark alley.
I do guidance for add.
Yeah, go for it. You can go ahead. Roll.
All right, pre-guidance, it's a 15. Post-guidance, let's jump up to 18. It's a 17.
17. You're definitely weirded out by. Oh, let me just double check to see. Okay. You're definitely weirded out by this person. As anyone rightfully should be. They do seem mischievous, more so now than they were a second ago. But you can't tell if they're just like making fun of you or if they're straight up lying to you. You can't get a full read on it. You know that you're not 100% trusting in this person.
All right, I'm just gonna whisper to whoever I can whisper to, like,
Keep an eye on these guys.
and I'm gonna ready in action to attack anybody who messes with me while
Okay.
we're walking. And then I'll just be like,
Yeah, show me, show me.
Just a big grin. Come on, this way.
I'm gonna stay back with Diz.
We're just touring around.
So who's following?
I'm going.
Okay. Okay, so everyone's following?
No.
Or you
Or
two are
we-
staying back?
We're gonna stay. Yeah, we're gonna stay back with Diz.
I'm not taking Diz in a weird tunnel.
Okay. So the three of you follow these two towards the building, and you can see the building has what looks like a metal chute of some sort, like just a metal like trap door, almost like a laundry chute on the side of it. And in the front of it, it's got 4 large metal doors. And he goes, "No one knows this, but if you..." He leans over to the third one and goes, and opens the door, and inside you see darkness.
what?
You have dark vision, right?
yeah, elf, Elijah, yeah.
Yeah. You see a dark, empty room.
I do have dark vision. I see a dark, empty room.
It's probably about. Let me double check.
It was like a code knock or something.
That's what it seemed like, yeah. I just read this. Where did it go?
Fart sounds always fun.
Okay, I swear I just read the dimensions of this, but oh, I see. The room is more. Yeah, it's like more of a tunnel, I guess, than a room. It's 4 feet tall and about 6 feet deep.
Is my detect magic do anything?
No, not in here.
These guys don't have any magic stuff on them?
These guys, no, they do not.
Do they seem to be concealing any weapons?
Their weapons are plainly visible.
What do they have?
The
Little guy had a bow and arrow, right?
yeah, bow and arrow and a short sword, and the other one had
One of them had a dagger.
oh yeah, sorry, the bigger one has a short sword, the smaller one has a dagger. That's all you see.
Alright,
How tall is the passage again?
It's 4 feet tall.
so I'll be like,
What are you talking about? This is an empty room.
No, see, what happens is when I close this, the thing, and you just slide down into the secret chamber where all the treasure is. It's so cool.
didn't we pass it and check on this guy?
No, you
No.
rolled low. You just
You
know
rolled
that
low
he's
once, and then you
weird
rolled
and
again.
he's too excited. He's
And you were creeped out by
and
the
he's
person, but
creepy and weirder.
Well,
Gonna
it's
get
pretty
75.
fucking obvious.
Could be shot down a tunnel
You
into
guys, you guys don't want
a
to.
crematorium.
All right, I'm gonna look at the guy and be like, no.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to be like from the back because I'm just watching them go and have this conversation.
yeah, so you are following.
Yeah, but I'm staying back
you're not
behind.
going
We're I'm imagining they're showing them the tunnel and we're
Yeah.
some distance behind.
Yeah, I'm still
them.
with Diz at where we
We're
came
keeping
in.
them in eye shot, but I'm really watching for like the body language and communication between the two dudes.
Well,
Them.
I'm about to go.
You can go for it.
I'm gonna step behind them so that I'm between them and the room.
You're a step behind. So currently, one of them is imagine that the small one is always in front of the large one, and currently the small one is holding the large one door open, and then there's the room, and you were all kind of like looking in there. So you're all here. So you're stepping behind them,
I'm gonna step between
like still
the
holding
people and the room.
So well, they're still holding the door. So you're gonna step like next to the door.
I'm gonna
to the
step
to the entrance of the room.
So let's say I'm here. The person's holding the door open there,
Yes.
and you're the room.
Right.
So I'm gonna step here so that she's in between me and the room,
Okay, got it.
and then I'm gonna telekinetic shove the person into the room.
Okay, do you have a saving throw for that?
Yeah.
Strength, dexterity.
DC 15 strength save.
Wait, which one are you pushing?
The one that's in between me
The
and
one
the
that's
room.
holding the door.
Yeah.
So they're like behind the door. So are you trying to like push the door closed and hopefully they fling in there, or because they're not like
it
in front of the
doesn't-
doorway?
It doesn't really matter because if I go behind them, I can push them into the room. Like if
Well,
it's diagonal.
There's a big metal door between them and the room.
Like if I'm here and I'm pushing her into the room,
You're gonna
push
push
her
them
in.
into the door.
Yeah, they're holding.
They're
He's saying
holding
they're
the door
holding
right
the
now.
door like
Yeah.
this,
So if you push
know.
them from behind them, you're gonna push them into the door.
Oh, I see. I don't see, but that's okay. So you're saying I can't get an angle to push them into the room?
And not where they're currently standing. No. You can try to get them to move. It's up to you.
All right, I'm going to go into my blade song. I'm gonna bonus action go into my blade song.
Okay.
And,
How does this? What does this look like?
So these guys are holding up in this room, and then
One of the little one has a huge grin on his face.
I'm gonna start going like this and start humming.
Okay.
Start like dancing like this. And just draw my short swords. It's like you're watching Avatar.
What are the rest of you doing while this is happening?
I'm still at the entrance with Diz.
You're just watching.
We're just watching. You know, I'm pointing at things, showing him.
Is anyone reacting to this?
I don't have dark vision, but I feel like I'm trying to look deeper into the passageway.
You can see like a couple feet in where the angle of the light, which just looks like a metal passageway, but that's all you can really tell.
And then I'm
So
gonna
you're
attack
hearing
the
it.
guy.
You're doing what?
I'm
Just watching
I'm
over
trying
there?
to watch their body language between the two guys, so if I could read like if they were signaling each other, or if they're having some kind of like mischievous
Roll
facial
a-
expressions and
Roll a
shit.
perception or an insight check.
Yeah, I want to know what. Ooh, that's gonna be pretty good.
Guidance.
I think I'm okay.
I don't
Let's
think you're
see.
near them.
Yeah, that's gonna
'Cause they
be
sit
a.
back.
You're right.
I'm gonna.
That's gonna
attack
be a
him either way.
23.
A 23.
Yeah.
They make glances at each other, and it kind of looks like they're holding back a laugh until this all happens.
My sensuous blonde
Sensuous
body
dance.
undulating in
Yeah,
front
as
of
soon
me
as
I
swords
hum.
start coming out, they start pulling out their swords. Like, what the fuck? So, roll initiative.
Great.
Like she's just dancing, guys.
Yeah, that was fine until the swords came out, and then it's like, this is a really weird way to try to attack me.
Sweet.
It's a bad day for rolling.
Good day for me.
11.
7.
90 or 23.
Oh, sorry, not
23,
7.
wow. Okay.
13 for me.
5.
I got a 9.
Sorry guys, I'm in summer mode.
Yeah, get in it. Get it, girl.
These guys are fucking with me.
Yeah, they are. They're either gonna send you into a flaming fire or poop. It's gonna be or a pile of bodies. It's gonna be gross. There ain't no treasure in the bottom of a crematorium. Maybe there is.
Exactly. Well, there is, but it's not. These guys, if there is, these guys are
These
not
guys
sending me
ain't gonna
to
give
it.
it to us.
Why would you assume there's not? You just assumed there was.
It was a ridiculous question.
Okay. So, what were you doing during all? I never got your reaction to the dancing, Hugh.
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 I'm sorry, what was the question?
What was your
Man.
reaction to the whole Blade song?
I was
when that's
smiling and
Okay.
clapping.
So,
You
smiling, clapping.
love the
Is that what
dead.
you're gonna do for your turn? Or just smile?
No.
Okay. So
I'm gonna-
as soon as you see the Blade song shift to Blade song,
Yep.
what are you doing in reaction to
I'm
that?
thinking I'm gonna do a cantrip, Sacred Flame, on the big dude.
On the big dude? Okay.
Yeah.
Roll your attack.
How does that work?
How you like getting cremated?
Target
This
must
dude's
succeed on a
going out of
dexterity
business.
saving throw or take 1d8 damage.
Oh, right. Wasn't expecting combat. Let me pull through.
No, how's our...
We do theater of the mind combat.
No, I'm just playing the stat blocks for the saving throw. Oh,
Bandits. Weak little
okay.
scranks.
They're actually level 9 paladins.
Oh, crap!
Okay, so the big one you said? And you
Yes.
said dexterity saving throw. 15?
15. Dex 15 is the save.
So it succeeded. So that's no damage?
No damage.
So you just...
No, it's a light that
Oh,
goes...
light that comes down?
Yeah. Just light.
Okay.
Sacred Flame, radiant
Correct.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I guess
If he fails a save, you roll
everything...
damage.
It kind of...
He didn't. He saved.
Almost
No
like a
damage.
spotlight
No damage.
appears. It just looks up and goes, "Huh," and just jumps out of the way before, like this radiant fire just rains down from the heavens, and just leaves a scorch mark on the ground. But they dodged out of the way. Goes, the hell was that? Okay. Is that all you're doing? You moving?
That's all I'm doing.
Okay. Aoife, you're up.
So I've got a full turn.
Yeah.
Alright.
Feel free to play the most hilarious combat music you have.
Alright.
Please type that in hilarious.
Near,
comment.
near, 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 near.
Wanna play some Keystone Cops music? I'm just gonna search for funny combat music.
Amazing. I
See
love
what
it.
happens.
Just play the first thing.
Goofy battle music.
There
Oh,
you go.
from Castle Crashers? Perfect. This is so great. This is so perfect.
Let's see. Alright, are they standing next to each other?
Yeah, I mean,
Are they within 5 feet of each other?
yeah, I would say so.
Alright, green flame blade on the big one.
Okay.
Cause he's big. 15 to hit.
That hits.
6 damage plus 3 fire damage to the little guy next to him. So I stab the short sword into the big guy, and green fire shoots out of his side into the little guy, hitting him in the eyes. And then I sort of spin around sensuously and come back and hit him with my offhand short sword, or at least try to, and probably miss with a 12.
12 on the little one.
Same guy, big
That's the
guy.
guy. Yeah, that does miss. Yes.
And misses, and
Deflects off their studded leather armor.
yeah, and I'll jiggle a little bit and pass turn.
Dang.
You got it.
Stay standing in front of the big guy.
Mirrors, you,
Totally like, yeah,
you're
girl.
about 15 feet away.
Okay, so obviously I hear all
you-
that's happening in our turn. I grab Diz, and is there any place for me to hide?
I mean, there's piles of bodies.
Okay,
around.
I take him and I go behind a pile of body,
Okay.
and I throw the cloak over him. And we're gonna try to hide.
Oh yeah, and I'll use my turn to yell out,
Why are you trying to trick us?
Okay, got it.
So just
That's your turn.
yep. So just keeping Diz hidden.
You're gonna hide.
Yeah.
Roll a stealth check.
Stealth. Do I get advantage with my cloak?
You do.
Cool. 15.
15.
Double eights.
Okay. You seem pretty hidden as you gather Diz and crouch around him and pull the cloak over. What's your passive perception?
Mine, 16.
Okay, so you notice all this happen, and you watch as the Vanta black cloak turns the same beige as the cloth that all these corpses are wrapped in.
Nice.
Question: did we finish the short rest so I could get my
We did
arcane
not.
recovery spell slots?
No, we got in a
Not-
damn
you were
fight.
like 15 minutes away from it.
Okay.
So,
Wins.
Well, these guys are trying to fuck with us,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
totally fair.
and Aoife's in summer mode.
Yeah, so cover him. I go shh to Diz. That's it.
So, Chad, you're up.
Okay. Well, Chad, watching these sneaky Pete's, I liked, what, has their position changed from, like, since when they were
Other
behind
than-
the door in terms of where they are now?
Other than the big one, like, stepping a little bit to the side to avoid the blast, they haven't had a chance to move yet. This is all happening very fast.
Okay. Because what I want to do is try to run up and, like, hit one of them and throw them and hit them in the room.
I mean, you're welcome to try to grapple and drag them, but...
It's not really
gonna
my
take you-
strong
It's going
suit.
to take you 15 feet to get up there.
Yeah, it's not my strong suit. So I'm just gonna from back. I'm glad that Diz is cool. Yeah, I'm gonna run up and go the 15 feet, and I'm gonna try to hit the little one, I guess, who's holding the door. I'm seeing that right?
Yeah.
There's a little one, big one. I'm gonna go for the little one, and just try to hit him with my short
Go
sword.
for it.
Motherfucker. 14.
14 on the little one. Let me just double check. I believe that hits. Let me just double check. Yes, that does hit.
Word. That is gonna be 4, 5, 6, 7 damage.
7 damage.
And just for what it's worth, I'm not necessarily I'm like, I want to be like thwapping him bluntly with the short sword because I'm trying to knock him out
Okay.
from behind the
Right.
door.
You smack hard on the side like a cricket bat.
Yeah, exactly.
A little too hard. You see blood start trickling
Yeah.
down the back of the neck. Still standing, but like, let's go of the door, and the door, like, just like starts getting closing as he's just like, oh, what the.
Yeah, and I want to make it like my ideal
You
move.
came out of nowhere, so like, did not even see that guy.
Yeah, exactly. Like I would like the play of it would be like that. I just ran up and was like thwack, and then I want to use my cunning action, bonus action. That then I just like leap and go try to hide. So I'm gonna like dive behind whatever the closest bodies or corner or whatever if I could.
Yeah, you could probably find 15 feet down. Yeah, you could probably like make it to the bodies that Diz is hiding with mirrors.
Okay. Yeah. Do I need to roll stealth for that hide?
I mean, you
to
already used
attempt?
your disengage bonus action, I assume.
Well, my bonus action is right because I have to use disengage because I hit him.
Because
Is
you're
that
within 5
instead of
feet.
hide?
Next to him, and then you move
You're
away,
within 5
so
feet of both of them.
You
Got it.
Run out,
Opportunity
you're gonna-
attack if you
Got it.
disengage.
Then I'll use
And use
yeah,
your action to
disengage.
attack, so
I'll use
you
my
can move there, but you don't like stealthing. You just
Okay.
behind cover.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I want.
Sound good. Next up is the brute, who just goes, "What the? What?" Like, goes, "Chill! Can't you take a joke?"
No, she can't.
No. Okay. Are you still being aggressive? Like still some aggressive?
I yelled at him. Why are you doing this?
Why are
to
you
us?"
messing with us?
Yeah,
Okay.
burden of proof's on him.
Because it's funny. And they're gonna take the dodge action. Wait, is anyone within 5 feet of them right now? Yeah, you were still within 5 feet of them. So yeah, you can take the dodge action.
Okay.
Oh,
Look
yeah.
at him like, bitch.
Just like, just gonna hold the sword up, like looking at you terrified.
Great.
What are you doing, Bob?
All right, everyone's kind of going after them, so I guess I'll see Eva screaming and I start screaming, and then I'll go at them with like the maul.
Which one?
Let's go after the bigger one.
Okay. What'd you get?
And that is a 10.
Not
hit. Yeah.
Nope, just glances off the stuff.
Okay. That's it.
Okay. Oh wait, did you roll that at disadvantage?
No, I rolled it at advantage because that wasn't even right because I was gonna do it recklessly.
Okay, so
would
re-roll,
be normal.
re-roll at a straight roll.
Okay. Sorry, they mixed.
It's fine.
That's still a 10.
Okay, just double check it. So, just parries away your attack. And that's the little one's turn. Yeah, the little one is going to drop his sword and go, oh, I'm sorry, and like you can see like blood is now trickling down the front of his face too. Jeez, no one has to say to you anymore, and that's his turn. Also going to take the dodge action, I guess.
Is he giving up or is he dodging?
Well, he dropped his sword, but he's like also like taking a defensive stance because you guys are coming at him. Okay. So that's their turn. This is just with you under the cloak. Okay. Back up to you. What are you doing?
What's the big guy doing?
The big guy's still like prepared for anyone coming at him with this. Like he's still taking the dodge action. That's what he did last turn. Hasn't been his turn yet. He changed his tactics.
Okay. Are they in a position where I can hit him with a 15-foot cone of burning hands?
You could definitely get both of them with a 50-foot cone.
And I'm not going to get one of these folks?
You could. I'm sure you could move to an angle where that.
All right, that's what I'm going to do.
You're not within 5 feet of them right now, are you?
Within,
No sense of humor.
I don't know. I don't know how close I am.
I'm just asking you. Do you think you were like right next to the door, or do you think you were like?
No, it's 5 to 10 feet away.
Okay, we'll say 10 feet away then. Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead. You can move freely
And
into a position that
so-
you're not going to hit your friends.
So Dex save, DC 15
DC 15 dex save. Okay.
for
Little
both.
one.
For both.
Little one is a fail. Big one. Natural 15.
Yeah.
0 on the dex on the big one. But
So one saved and one didn't.
yes.
11, 14. So the one that didn't took 14. The other one took 7.
Okay. You, as you reach forward and release your cone of flames, you just hear, and then silence as the little one drops to the ground, smoldering. And the big one who jumps out of the way, but like the stump of their missing arm is like you can see charred. The bandages that were like wrapped it have started burning away. Decent damage.
Tell me more about your god, Hugh.
What was the total damage?
14 and the half was obviously 7.
Okay.
Lit him up.
You were right. It was pretty funny.
Okay, Aoife, you're up.
If I jump over the little guy and shove my healing potion down his throat, will he get hit points back,
You want to try to see?
or is he permanently dead?
You can try to roll a medicine check if you want to see.
If it's not my action,
I mean, if you're trying to like check his pulse, make sure he's alive, like still breathing, it would be your action to do a medicine check. Yes.
all right. I'm gonna pour. Is it a bonus action to heal somebody else with a potion?
So pour it in someone else's mouth. It's an action.
Okay.
To drink it yourself, it's a bonus action to roll or an action to have a full max healing.
All right. Can I get so that the big guy is between me and the little room?
Sure. The door is like closing, but yeah.
I'm gonna bonus action telekinetic shove him into the room.
he's still on this side of the door, but you can definitely shove him if you want.
Well, so if you're saying I can't push him into the room
can't.
by pushing him
Doesn't wanna
5
do
feet,
No,
Then,
he will hit the door will slam shut. That's
then
what
I'd
will
like to try to knock him prone with my push, which is not part of the skill, but I'd just like to try to do that for fun.
That's totally fun.
All right, so DC 15 strength save.
Okay.
Knock him out. On
Is
the
that
door.
telekinetic shove? Is that just like this way? Can you push down?
I can pull him towards me or push him away.
Oh, okay.
That's a fail. So
Okay, so
you're just gonna basically trip him,
I'm gonna look at him and send a wave of force out of my hand. Bonk!
and he just falls on his ass.
yeah, knock him on
He
his
only has
ass.
one arm. He couldn't catch himself.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say, your jokes are terrible. And then I'm gonna jump on the little one, use my action to pour my
Not
little.
literally jump on them, right? Like just jump over them.
On top of him. I'm gonna jump over him.
Okay, just making sure. I
pour
don't know.
my.
He feels a little
Delicately.
crazy today.
Yeah.
Just making sure you're not like crushing the ribs before you.
I
put
mean,
the
there's a
potion.
couple of smiling men with weapons that
Totally
are,
fair,
are
totally.
telling me to go into a dark,
Totally
empty
fair.
room and laughing
You're a-
about it.
Totally
You're a
fair.
woman.
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that crazy.
Totally
Maybe
fair.
you need to see this from a woman's perspective.
No, it is totally fair.
So I'm gonna jump on top of the little guy and pour my little healing potion into his mouth.
Okay, roll healing.
And is it 2d4?
2d4 plus 2.
And I'm gonna yell at these guys. Let's stop killing them. 3 plus 2 is 5.
3 plus 2 is 5. Okay. Just. It's just still like you hear as the charred skin kind of crackles as they start to breathe, but like you could see, it's almost like a scab at this point. There's like kind of starting to heal flesh underneath, but it's still it's not a great sight.
Good enough.
Yeah, you did it.
He's alive.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna yell at you guys. Let's stop killing them.
And I'm gonna yell back, but put him in the room and see where it goes.
I don't have
Just
any
hear,
movement left. Though.
Yes.
Yep.
It's called karma.
Pretty great.
So are we still in turns?
As long as everyone agrees to stop killing them, yeah, you're fine. You can stop taking turns.
No moss.
I mean,
Alright.
I
So-
do want to drag the big guy in the room
Yeah.
and shut the door.
Yeah.
See
I
what
want to like
happens.
grapple him, push him. Apparently I couldn't telekinetically shove him in, but I'm gonna.
He'd
help
hit
him.
the door.
I'm gonna
You gotta
throw him-
drag
I
him
wanna throw
around
them
the
both in the
door.
little room.
Well, the
and
door's
slam
now
the door
shut. You're welcome to open it.
Yeah.
Open after knocking.
Okay.
Do we have to do the magic
Yeah,
knocker?
do the
That
magic
was just
knocker.
a trick.
1, 2, 3.
There's no knock needed.
Okay.
Probably.
So you're going to try to grapple the big one. So I guess we're not like you're still manipulating these guys. We're still in turn order.
Well,
I might ask him politely to be like, we would
I'll tell you what. We'll stay in turn order, and I'll say, "Let's throw them in the
Okay,
room."
totally
Yeah.
fair. Okay, so then Jad, what do you do? Oh,
I'm
wait,
gonna be
no,
like,
yours,
but
yours.
only one of them, not the
Sorry.
burnt guy.
That's
So
the-
hearing all this
you hear
commotion,
screaming
I-
both of them in
and
there.
Yeah, so I
combat, and
I
then let's-
look and I see Hugh just launch these flames, and I'm just like, ugh. And then
If we
in front
put
of Diz, I do a little magical whoosh with my hand, and I snap and I make some good berries. I give one to Diz,
Just pops it, no.
and I just get those ready because I have a feeling I'm gonna need them.
Spits it out.
And that's it. So now I've got some good
You
berries.
got some good berries.
I
Okay.
just want to say, if we put them both in the room, the other one won't be able to tell us where it goes.
Okay, so Chad, what are you doing?
I'll help Aoife, but I just want to specify. I just want to put the big one in the room and shut the door and see if it goes anywhere.
Okay,
But
well-
I'm cool to leave the
So
burnt guy
roll an
alone.
athletics check to grapple.
Because
this.
he's not out, is he? The big guy?
No, he just got knocked up prone.
Here, I don't
He's
have
still
a.
fine.
Yeah, could
That's
she have
a-
advantage to grapple him since he's prone?
I think
she's just
prone
dragging
just affects dexterity. So if they choose to use
It doesn't affect anything. Rules is written. No.
really.
Rules is written. She wouldn't have advantage. Oh wait, if
I thought-
you're standing 5 feet from them and you attack them, you have advantage.
Right.
And a grapple is a special attack, so it is an attack that's made within 5 feet of them.
That's totally fair. Grapple is an attack, so yeah, you do have advantage.
It's a straight roll for me anyway. 11.
11. Okay.
Don't have a lot
Let
of
me just double check their stance.
athletic strength.
I'm not very strong, I'm just tricky.
That's gonna be a 16.
Bye.
So So as you try to grapple, they turn you around,
He's
so
so
you're
big!
facing the other way while they're still on the ground. But now it's their turn, unless you're like gonna run away after that.
No, I mean,
Okay. So in the same motion that they turn you around, they also use you to pull themselves back up. And
to be like, dude, we just want to know where the
I just
tunnel
want to
actually
telekinetically
goes.
shove the dude into the room. That's all I want.
yeah, the
Don't give
large
up.
one is gonna run.
Okay.
So you have an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, okay. I'm
Throw
gonna
one
try
of
to.
those bolo things at his feet.
One of them, what?
You know those bolo things? It's like balls on a chain.
You have those?
No.
I was like, wow. Eva's into some strange things.
She's just gonna try to trip him. She's just gonna go.
So you're going for like a trip attack?
Yeah, she's going for like a slide on the ground, something acrobatically,
Okay,
ideally.
roll an acrobat. Well, you tested acrobatics checks.
Okay.
You
That
could
would be
do
a
a shove
17.
attack to knock him prone, which would have the same rules as a grapple.
Yeah. That's a natural 19 plus 0 dex.
Yep. She beats me again. Bested again.
So you go to swing and he just leaps in the air and the sword goes under, and he's gonna dash, and that's gonna be 45 feet. He's gonna run as far away from you guys as possible.
Is this the little dude?
This is the big guy. The little dude's
Big
like
guy. Little dude's charbroiled
charred
on the ground.
just.
But he's alive.
Let's drag him in.
Bo, it's
Yeah.
it's your turn.
Oh, okay.
So big dude just sprinted out of there. Little dude's charred on the ground, going, "Please help me."
Okay, I'll go chase the big dude. Did he use his action to dash, or do you think I can catch up and attack?
He is 45 feet away from
Yeah, he
the
does.
door.
does.
I'm not. I think you were kind of on the other side of the door, so he would probably be like 50 feet from you.
Okay. Then yeah, if I can throw a javelin at him, I'll do that.
What's your range on your javelin?
Which end of the
60
javelin
feet.
are you pointing at?
Pointy end, damn it.
The pointy.
You're gonna stab. You're gonna try to
Yeah,
kill
go
him.
ahead. Roll your attack.
Well, I'll aim for a non-lethal
This
place,
is
but
the
I don't know if that means much with
punchline.
the javelin.
Are you aiming for non-lethal?
Yeah.
It's going to be a higher DC, but go ahead.
Okay.
I can just save his ass.
That's
like the little dude.
16
Hit him in the
plus 2
balls.
plus 2, 20.
20. Okay. Go ahead and roll damage. That definitely hits.
I'm gonna put them both in that little room.
I just want to do it one at a time
It's
to
a
see the
7.
one's reaction.
7
to the
points
other
of
one.
damage,
So
okay.
to be able to gauge how bad it would have been.
Ouch. You watch as he's javelin, just like he was running through the Olympics games where he wasn't supposed to be. A javelin that just pierces his calf, and he kind of stumbles, and the javelin kind of comes loose as he stumbles, so the javelin's on the ground, and he's just now trying. I mean, it's not his turn, so he's not moving any further, but he's limping. He's not dead.
I'm gonna be like, yeah! As the fire spurts up.
So, that's your turn. You gonna move?
Yeah, I'll chase after
So
him. I'll
you
get
move
it.
30 feet towards him, so you're 50
Yeah.
feet behind him. Next is the little dude's turn. I think he's gonna cry. I think he's just gonna start crying. So with that, it's gonna be Diz's turn. Wait, let me just double check what these are, so I don't break the rules by accident.
So you hit the guy with the javelin, and then what happened to him?
Oh, it pierced his leg and it kind of made him start limping away. Slowed him down a little.
Took it
sounds
in the
like.
calf.
Diz dissolves into mist.
No.
The rest of you have no idea what Diz was. The rest of you watch Diz suddenly appear next to the crispy dude
Oh.
and just put his hands on it. Looks like he's doing something, but you don't know what he's doing.
It's not bacon, Diz.
Back to Q. Is that what you do? That's what you're gonna say to him? Not bacon? He just looks at you and goes,
No.
He looks kinda
how
scared.
far away is the big guy from me now?
I would say probably 45 feet.
45 feet.
Yeah, you're probably pretty close.
I don't think I have any missile weapons. besides my spells?
What do you mean? You have a light crossbow.
Or do I? I'm not sure. Stand by.
I would assume that you do. Standard adventuring gear. Unless you want that to be a character thing where you're like, I don't need range.
If you want to have a light crossbow, you do.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I picked. I'm sorry. Stand by.
Fine.
He gave me one in the middle of a combat the other day, so
Nope. I don't
think-
carry a...
I care more about what makes sense than what was said.
But since you would have one, you could.
Yes. Or any.
I
of
will
those.
toss you my crossbow.
Yeah, you can add any of the bows that you can wield right now to your inventory and use it.
Whoa, you're
We'll
gonna
give
give
you
him a longbow, dog?
If that's what
Whoa.
if he can wield it, sure. It's a basic.
He's-
They're pretty cheap weapons.
I could do
Martial
good with a
weapon.
guiding bolt.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be non-lethal if you want to kill
I
him.
don't want to kill him.
You can do whatever you want.
So can I reach him if I run over to him and then
If you dash, you can.
then
You
I
won't be
can't
able
hit
to
him?
attack him, yeah, but you can have any ranged weapon you want.
No.
You can have a javelin.
Don't.
If you want to aim for the other guy.
All simple weapons. So you could have a short bow, you could have a light crossbow.
I'll let him go.
Okay. So you're just gonna stand.
Do you
there for your
say
turn?
some religious thing when you do that?
No.
I wash my hands of this.
Mercy upon your
Turn the other
soul.
cheek.
What are you doing, Ethan?
I'm gonna get within 30 feet of him. So if he's 45 feet away, I'm gonna move 20 feet, and then I'm gonna aim my light crossbow at him, but flip the bolt around so the blunt end is
Jeez.
forward and the arrow part's back.
Okay.
And
Okay. So the fletchings are what's gonna hit him first?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
and I'm gonna try to shoot him in the back of the head with the flat of the arrow to knock him out.
You got it. Roll your attack.
That's a natural one. So
As you fire,
Crafty.
it just goes and just wasn't meant to go in this direction.
So I'm gonna step another 5 feet towards him, and then I'm gonna telekinetically shove him to try to knock him prone again.
Okay. That's strength. What's your DC?
DC 15.
That is a 12.
So
Just face down in the dirt.
and again, you see like the air ripple from her hand, and he scrapes, flakes first in the flirt,
Flirt.
and I'm gonna yell, "Get back here and get in that room! We've got some treasure for you."
Are you trying to intimidate or persuade?
Neither.
Okay.
Just being a
It was
dick.
said.
Yeah.
Mears, what are you
Being an
doing?
angry woman.
This is evaporated.
Sure, I'll intimidate him to actually try to make him come back. It's 16,
16. Okay.
but he's prostrate right in front of this guy, so I think we're okay.
What's Mears doing?
So Diz disappears, and I give a quick look, and I look up, and I guess I would see him appear next to the small guy. So I guess I'll make my way over to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Making my way downtown.
What are you doing?
So I'll sneak over to where Diz and the little guy are, and I'm just gonna see what Diz is doing and grab one of my good berries and put it in the shorter guy's mouth.
Okay. Okay.
So that's
This is like, and then when you put the good berry in the mouth, and the guy's like chewing it, like this kind of starts, just and just this is like looks relieved. I don't think Diz realized that they were alive.
and that'll be it.
You got it. Just 1 HP, right?
Just 1 HP, yeah.
Yeah.
And he feels full.
Feels full. This is the strangest day of my life. Chad.
I want to just go over and grab the burnt guy by the feet and start dragging him into the room.
Roll roll an attack. Roll at an advantage.
I feel like, yo. And I do, that's a natural 20.
Natural 20. You grab. I'm gonna do give them a check to be able to escape from this. Nope. You start dragging. You move at half speed, but you're right next to the door. It's a free action to open a door.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can definitely
I'm gonna open the
Throw 'em
door
in there.
and be like, but on the way I'm gonna be like, you want to tell me what's really at the bottom
Just
of the
sobbing.
tunnel?
Just pure sobbing. Just horrified face, just staring at you, like the whites of the eyes, just contrasting the charred skin,
Yeah.
and like the crooked white teeth. Just
I'd be like, you got about 10 seconds to tell me where this room goes.
please don't kill me.
Oh, you're gonna die if I put you in this room? Is that what happens?
Oh, fire!
Son of a bitch. So I'm putting him. I'm gonna put him like.
So he's in the room. Are you shutting the door?
But I'm not shutting the door yet. No.
You got it.
I was like, I'm giving him. I'm like, you have 10 seconds to explain to me exactly where this room goes.
Big dude's turn. How close did you get to him?
I got 30 feet. He was...
I think you're 15 feet away from him, right?
Okay.
Just gonna crawl. Just like at this point his leg's losing blood, so it's gone kind of limp. So he's just gonna crawl.
No, only with one hand, like swimming.
Oh yeah, so like, and strangely, it's the same side.
Yeah.
So it's just arm, leg, and they like have to correct like when you're canoeing with only one paddle, you just have to like shift. So it's like, and they use their action to dash, so they crawl 30 feet that way away from you. So they're 45 feet away from you again. And there's just a blood trail in the mud.
Is it my turn or?
Yeah. After that, yeah, it's your turn.
Okay. I'll dash up to him. What can I do? I don't think I can do anything with
You can do a
bonus
bonus action. You can do something with flavor for flavor.
Can I try to help him up?
Yeah, I'll let that be a free action. Sure.
Alright, I'll try and help him up.
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
At disadvantage.
Okay.
Get in the room.
I dragged the
After you all like get in the room, get back in.
But I have the door open
That's
because I was like, you got 10
persuasion.
seconds to
Let's
tell me
make
where
sure
this room
it's
goes.
0.
And he's just sobbing.
Yeah, that's 0.
Just
13.
begging not to die.
13.
And I was like, you
13.
were gonna kill us?
Just like just trying to get away from your hand. Just terrified at this giant cowman that threw a javelin. I mean, yeah, you had the javelin, and the javelin went through the leg. So yeah, you were a threat. So yeah, not persuaded by 13.
Okay.
Okay. That's sobbing one's turn.
10, 9.
Ooh, that is. Go ahead and roll a contested athletics check. Don't keep hold of them.
Not my strength. Athletics. 17.
They rolled a natural 19.
Bah!
So as you're holding on to them, you're like, kind of like filling in on your whole scheme of threatening.
Oh, I just
I'm
got
gonna get an
Suddenly-
opportunity attack as he runs by me.
A sudden, yeah, I would say that's probably within 5 feet. Suddenly you feel as they burst from your arms and they jump out of the room, and you just skin is flaking. It's not a pretty sight as they start sprinting out of there. They use their action to break free, so they can only move 30 feet. So they start running 30 feet.
I'm gonna try to opportunity attack. Bop him with the hilt of my
Yeah, go for
sword. Yeah, that'll hit.
it. What control?
Fucking 24 or something like that.
Okay, roll damage.
Fucking die, bitch.
6. I need bigger swords.
just kind of skids in the dirt.
Just
Gonna need
gravel,
some-
just
gonna
taking
need
a
to-
skin.
This is like the opposite of what you do at the burn ward. Unconscious. And that's the end of his turn. Diz runs over to the now unconscious body and goes, and you kind of watch as the ragged breath just kind of calms.
I'm like, he could be doing that for us.
That's his turn. So back to you. What are you doing?
What's going on outside?
currently crawling for his life. Bo reached a hand out to help him up, but he's terrified of Bo, so he's like, "Ah!" and is just trying to crawl away. But he's like right next to Bo right now.
I'll dash over there and get in front of him so he can't go forward.
Okay. So you guys are kind of like vectoring him off?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. Is that all you're doing with your turn?
That's all I'm going to do.
You want to hold an action or anything?
No.
Oh, you dash, so no.
All right.
Ethan.
So I moved about 20 feet towards him on the last turn, the prostrate guy.
Oh, wait, that's right. You ran away from the door, so you're no longer near the door. So you wouldn't have an attack of opportunity.
It depends which direction the guy was running. If he
Not towards you.
was trying to run out.
He definitely wasn't running towards you. So, yeah, I guess you would not have an attack of opportunity, so he would still be conscious.
Which way is he running?
So, here's the door. You were right in front of the door, which is now open.
Mm-hmm.
So the door is open this way. You're standing here, so you actually probably wouldn't even see this since you're facing away. You would be over here where the guy is crawling. So he's going to run this way. So past you, you'd be the only one that really sees this. I guess Diz...
I wouldn't see him.
No, because
No, you
you're
guys
dealing
are
with the
over.
crawling dude.
I know, but this happened before my turn to get
But you were
away.
already going towards the crawling dude, so this was happening behind you.
Okay.
So yeah. They
Mears and Diz would be.
Yeah,
the only
you
guys
two
who
would see it. So Diz doesn't do the thing that Diz did. So they just get 30 feet away from you. That's as far... I mean, that's all they do on their turn. Diz stays near Mears, doesn't move. So none of you would have seen this happen anyway, other than hear a little bit of commotion. So Aoife, on your turn, you are currently 30 feet away from the crawling dude, I think, because you did the teleconnect shove. Oh no,
Yeah, I'm a little closer.
you
but yeah.
you were like 20 feet away to do the shove, and then he crawled 30 feet, so you would be 50 feet away.
Well, I walked a little bit closer than 30 feet. I was like 20 feet away from him when I shot it. I
Right, and
moved.
then he crawled 30 feet,
Yeah,
so that's 50
okay.
feet.
And I'm gonna look all around so I see what's happening.
You totally see the charred dude running down into like towards the mountain, like towards the iron fence that surrounds the property.
So I'm gonna try to shoot that guy with an arrow non-lethally.
Okay, like in a non-lethal area.
Well,
Or are you trying to turn the arrow around again?
Yeah, I like that idea.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to do that. I could just break the head off the arrow and put the stick.
That totally works too. If you want to do that.
Nah, it's probably gonna fuck up the flight of the arrow. I'll do it
That.
backwards.
Okay.
All right, fine. I'm gonna break the steel head off the arrow so that there's just flatty stuff. It's gonna
Okay,
fly
Totally fair.
in the back of his head for a non-lethal arrow hit. That's 15. Yeah, 15. Whoa! I should lose light crossbow all the time. I should just pick up the dual wielder feat so I can
Man, this night is not going the way I expected.
dual wield rapier.
You're supposed to be silly.
I was expecting demons and combat and puzzles, but no.
5 points to him.
Wouldn't go
points.
in the dungeon.
That's all it took. Just same thing happened, just 30 feet away.
All right, and then so the other guy's crawling on the ground.
Yeah, so he's crawling on the ground 50 feet away. This one would be crawling on the ground. I guess they're both 50 feet away from you at this point.
All right, so I'm gonna walk 30 feet towards prostrate man, and then I'm gonna use my telekinetic shove to pull him 5 feet towards me.
Dragging him on gravel.
Okay, you watch as he's like trying to avoid you, and he just like gets flipped like a pancake and dragged a little bit towards in this direction. And he's like, ah!
You're going in that room!
Roll intimidation, please,
We
with
have
advantage.
with advantage. With
Still a
advantage, he
fucking
said.
like
With
6.
advantage.
Oh, great. It's still a 6. Yeah.
I think you need to die.
But my cockatiel is gonna start swooping around this prostrate guy, swooping around and pecking at him and stuff.
Okay, good to know.
Just
Mears?
I'm so confused.
This is just like looking over at this like probably dead person, and looking back at you, and looking over there, and looking back at you, because I mean, it's not their turn. No one's gonna say anything. But just like looks.
Say, are you guys evil?
So the bird guy tried to run,
Uh huh.
and then got hit with an arrow.
As far as you could tell, took an arrow to the dome and died. As far as you could tell from your perspective.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I just
How is Mir? Hold on, let's just take a time out. How is Mears feeling right now?
I'm so confused.
Okay.
I don't know what's happening. So I look at Diz, and we just look at each other. I look at Aoife's going crazy, and this bird guy's on the floor. I don't know what to do, so I'm just gonna pass.
You hold your turn, hold an action or anything.
In my confusion, I reach into my pocket and grab a piece of the wood from the meat crate, and I throw it at the guy on the floor. Because I don't know what's
Which
happening.
guy on the floor?
Yeah. I saw him run, and he falls. and I
Either
just
way,
take
roll an attack at disadvantage. I don't think you have the range to throw wood that far.
Critical hit.
I guess that's an improvised weapon. I guess a 9.
Yeah, it just halfway there, just flops on the ground.
And that's my turn.
Okay, Chad. They pushed past you.
Okay.
You got some goop on you from the encounter.
Ooh.
What are you doing?
How far away is he from me at this
30
moment?
feet.
Huh?
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay, yeah. So I'm just gonna run back to him. But I want to say to Diz on the way, I'm like, I'm pretty sure these guys were trying to kill us, okay?
This is like...
I think that this room leads to a fiery pit, but I just want to make sure. So I'm just going back.
Sure, come here.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just going back to try to track the guy by
love
speed
it.
again.
Okay,
So I'm gonna go try to get him.
Roll your attack roll at advantage.
I'm just like, get the fuck back here, dragging him across the floor. Wait, is that what is it?
It's just an attack roll. Just like
Just
plus your strength or dexterity, whatever you're using.
I'm gonna do if I can
No
do
proficiency, I guess.
with my
It's
dex,
not
then it would be a 16.
16. Just
That's
grab
just
by
me.
the back of the charred clothing, which
Just like,
just peels right off. So you gotta like go back again to
find a belt.
yeah. It just and you just the claws. Oh wait, no, they're unconscious. So
Just dragging.
just being dragged face down back to the thing. But
I'm gonna count to 10 again when
use
you
all your
wake
move
up.
to get there, and then your action to grab. So
Yeah,
that's what
I'm
you
just
are.
there grabbing
Unless
him.
Do you have a bonus action dash?
I do have a bonus action dash,
Use
my
that.
cunning action.
Yeah, you want to use that?
I'm gonna drag him really
Okay,
fast.
yeah. So 15 feet closer to the door. Okay. Big one's turn. He's just gonna cry.
Like, just,
The big one's gonna cry.
I just want to know what was in the room.
Some kind of ghost controller is beating them up, and there's two large people ready to beat him down. He's just gonna sit there and cry. Kind of start going fetal. So, Bo, your turn.
I feel like he's probably like, if Aoife's still screaming, he's probably like, all right, I guess I gotta keep screaming. But I don't think he wants to hit this man who's crawling one leg, one arm on the floor. So I just get down and scream in his face.
Roll intimidation or persuasion. I'll let you choose. Persuasion will be at disadvantage.
They're both 0, so
Well, intimidation's at advantage. Persuasion's at disadvantage.
okay,
let you choose.
let's go for the intimidation.
Got it.
That is 18.
Ugly sobbing. Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. It's Diz's turn. Yeah, Diz is just gonna run, I guess, over to the corpse you're dragging and just grab their hand.
I hit him non-lethally.
We don't know that.
It just looks like a corpse.
Oh, okay.
Right. As far as
That's what he
Diz,
said, yeah.
Diz knows and general wisdom knows, this is a corpse. But touches them and they are stabilized.
Yay. I'm gonna yell out, it's not a corpse.
It was not lethal.
What are you up to? As Bo is just leaning over, just screaming at this sobbing young child with one arm.
And Aoife's yelled, put him in the room!
I'll help Chad move. What's his name?
Well, Chad is like
I'm at the
45 feet
other
away
one.
from you.
You get some.
Yeah.
You're over by the big
You're
guy.
by
You're
the
at the other
beat
guy.
on
I
him.
got the other. I got the one.
So I'll go over to and start pulling him towards the door.
Okay. Roll an attack with advantage to
Does he have hair, or is he bald-headed?
Yeah, he's got like a little mop of blonde,
grab
dirty
his hair
blonde
and
hair.
pull him
Okay,
by that.
roll an attack at advantage just to make sure that he doesn't swat you away or something.
Are you a cleric?
Good to know you're a religious man.
There's all sorts of religions.
They really are. You guys should be questioning.
So what am I rolling?
Attack at advantage, just strength plus a d20.
So that was a 5. And that was a 6.
6. You grab the hair, but he wrestles your fingers out of his hair. Still sobbing the whole time, but you don't get it ground.
Or happy
God of light.
Aoife.
All right, so these two are headed towards the room,
Oh yeah. Very clear.
And,
No resistance.
Good try.
and these two are trying to drag the guy back, but it's not working. So I guess I'm gonna finish walking to the big guy, and I'm gonna say,
Let's put him in the room.
and yeah, I guess I'll try to drag him.
Yeah, roll your attack with advantage.
If I'm using Dex without proficiency, it'd be 14.
14. That's just what you needed. Are you grabbing the hair?
No, I'm grabbing his feet. And I'm gonna drag him by his feet.
Okay.
And just,
You just hear as you grab the foot that's like kind of mangled
Yeah.
from the impalement.
The
and start dragging.
javelin.
So you move 15 feet towards the door. What? I assume.
or
Oh wait,
as many feet as you'll allow.
you walk 20. I think we'll say just 20 feet at this point there, because who cares? It's just theater of the mind, which gives you 10 feet left. So you can start dragging 5 feet, but you got him grappled.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be like,
We're gonna find out what's in that room.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
just dragging him. This big sensuous blonde woman who happens to be dancing. She's
Yeah.
dancing this whole time.
I'll kill your gun. I'll kill your gun. Here's. Oh, do you have a bonus action you want to do?
I'm just wondering, since we have these guys and we're dragging them towards the room, maybe we could just drop out of combat unless anyone's objecting to putting them in the room.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to do a couple rolls for them to keep trying to.
they're trying to escape.
But let me just see. No, I mean, at this point, if you're all dead set up in the room, they're outnumbered. I mean,
Yeah.
one's unconscious. So yeah, you can.
So yeah, I would run over to Diz and grab his hand, and then as
He
she's
just looks at you
As-
terrified.
And I would just say, I'm just trying to explain. I'm totally explaining to Diz the
As you
situation.
drag
Yeah,
him.
I'm dragging him.
As
Going,
you- yeah.
Well, you see, they were trying to put us in the room, so we just want them to go in the room so that we can see what it was that they were trying to lead us to. Because if it's just something funny, then that's cool. But if it's not, then that's so uncool.
Just nodding.
And as she's pulling the body, I have Diz and I take one of my good berries and as she pulls the guy past me, I put one of the good berries in his nose,
in his nose.
and he just gets dragged off into the room. I'm just holding Diz, just watching.
And I'll
Still
explain.
unconscious.
Yep.
I'll explain to you and Diz, like,
There are two men smiling while holding weapons, trying to get me to go alone into a room. I hope you understand why they need to go in a room.
And Chad seems strangely in tune with explaining you guys don't understand what it's like out there for a single woman just on the roads, open to all of the dangers and people trying things and trying to attack you. It's very dangerous. You have to be extra cautious.
So it does take a couple. I mean, I guess you could do it all in one round if you all kind of hand off the person
relay
around.
race.
Wow, Chad, you really understand a
But that
woman's
would
perspective.
require Mirza's help. Are you going to help drag them into the room?
No.
Okay, so it's going to take two
I'm with
rounds to get
Diz.
them into the room. So
But Chad is going to
they're
specify.
going to use those 2 rounds to plead for their life.
Yeah. Well, let me just specify. Chad very much wants to put one of them. Now it's switched because he wants to put the unconscious one in the room so that the conscious one will have to tell us where the room goes before we close the door. Otherwise, we're just closing the door.
That's what you say.
I just wanted to. Yeah, I'm saying that. I want to do them one at a time.
You just the loudest, just most desperate scream. It's a crematorium from the person.
So you were gonna literally send us to a fiery death?
I wasn't gonna turn it on. It was a joke.
Do you work here?
Yes.
Is it on right now? Like, if we put you in there and shut the door, do you die a fiery death?
You turn it on!
How do you turn it on? Like, by shutting the door?
Not telling you.
Yeah. I just want to know, if we put you in there and shut the door, do you instantly die, or is it just funny?
It's funny.
Okay.
Let's put him in the room.
Put him in the room.
With the unconscious burnt.
Yep,
Okay.
now I know. Both of them.
Just as the door slowly closes and you just see them just... Their face is just covered in blood and mud from being dragged and dropped, and just like... except for a clear path where just tears have just streamed down their face. And just their only arm just reaches out as the door...
Yeah.
Before it
They're
closes, I
left
throw a good
Yeah, come here.
just,
Great joke, brah.
and you hear just... and sobbing from the other side. You also hear, "Wait! Stop!" As a voice shouts from down the street. You see a bookish-looking tiefling that is running up. I'm just double checking. Yes, just a bookish-looking tiefling, kind of like a pale orange hue. Short, scraggly white hair, kind of stocky, carrying books in a bag full of like loose, random shit. You just got a satchel with like notebooks and papers and like little instruments and tools. And it goes, "You can't burn that yet! I need to study it!" And he reaches into the satchel and he pulls out a badge, holding it up, as if the badge alone explains what he's talking about.
What does the badge say?
It is a symbol that shows a scroll that bears a single watchful eye. There's like a little medallion, and there's like a scroll, like a wingdings like scroll, and in the center is like an eye.
I'm gonna say,
There's nothing in there but 2 jokesters, and we're not gonna burn them.
I'm sorry. I thought you were. Never mind. And they just turn and start going to the piles of corpses and just kind of like trying to shift corpses around.
does it look like they're gonna be here for a minute?
Probably.
I'll go help them. I feel like this is a bad look. Bo's like, maybe this wasn't the best idea.
So as you go to help, they're like, "Oh, thank you so much. These are really heavy."
I probably
And then like books are falling out, and like every once in a while, I stop and pick them back up, put the bag, and just like lifting up, like you guys are both like lifting up a body and like dropping off to the side.
I probably like kick the bloody javelin away so he doesn't see that.
I'm gonna open up the crematorium door and walk away.
Okay.
So that
You're not the
they're-
only one there, so what is everyone else doing as this happens? Just
Oh, I was
Walking away?
want to ask the guy too. Like, what are you looking for? Can we help you?
okay, so everyone's just ignoring the crematorium now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm taking mirrors and
You do hear a
Diz.
as they're both like just crawling away very slowly.
When I hear that, I kind of turn around. I'm like, oh yeah, and I'll try and help them up. I'm like, come on, let's get you to the infirmary.
You roll persuasion with disadvantage.
Disadvantage, yeah. All right, let's see. My good deed is a 5.
5. This,
Well, it'll get them there faster if I follow them properly.
If you chase them.
Yeah.
this as they're crawling away, goes, "Feel better." and the burnt one, you could see some of the charred bits start peeling away, and there's like some raw pinkish flesh underneath it. A little disgusting.
And a good berry up his nose.
Yes, the good berry was the only reason he was conscious. Okay. So
we go over to talk to the eyeball person, and I think that's a good place to stop because it's just about 10:30.
yeah, that is not where I expected to end the session, but
Let's do checkouts.
so no one attuned it. Well, you guys didn't attune to the things that were brought out from the closet, but you could have retuned to the ring.
The fiery ring?
To do that. And you did have enough time to take a short rest, I think, for your healing.
So I did get my arcane recovery.
Yes, because I was counting from the when the new items came out, so whether or not you attuned to them. But yeah, you did. From when you guys got to this house, you did last long enough where you would have.
So I got my 2 level 1 spell slots back and 22 out of 26 hit points.
Nice.
I didn't have anything to attune to.
Okay. So the fire ring is attuned to, but the gauntlets and the other ring are not attuned to.
Okay.
So what's the fire ring?
It is a ring of minor fire protection. Anytime you take a attack that deals fire damage, you can roll a d4 and reduce the damage by that much.
Nice.
Good
And did
enough
my
for
cloak
government
need
work.
attuning?
No.
Oh, okay. Does that have a name?
It does. I'm going to call it, this might be it, but I might just be making this up, Shadow Weave. The
Shadow
Weave cloak. With bag of holding.
Cool.
But we'll find
Built-in
out.
bag of holding.
Built-in bag of holding.
So you know what it is, or we don't know what it is?
I mean, that's just a name. It does what it does. So he already knows how it works. The Shadow Weave cloak is just a cool name that we're going to say Mirrors gave it.
Cool.
I want to know what the properties are. Do we know what the properties are?
Yeah, basically, you can make it look like anything. It doesn't have to just be fabric. It can look... I mean, it's still fabric-y, right? So on close inspection, it's going to be clear that it's a tarp or something. But you can give it make it look like stone, or you can even make it look like fire. The only stipulation is the illusion can't come more than an inch off of the actual cloak.
Okay. Wow, cool.
So it
It's
could
like a chameleon cloak.
give him advantage on stealth.
Yeah, it does give him advantage stuff. Yeah. Assuming he uses it. Like if he's like, I'm gonna hide, but I'm specifically not gonna change my cloak, then no advantage.
Yeah.
So
Oh, so okay, so I just gotta remember to say, okay.
yeah, you're like, I'm gonna go with these bricks and make my cloak look like bricks or something like that.
Okay, cool. Sweet. Perfect.
Yeah, so let's do checkouts. Something you enjoyed about the session, something you enjoyed that another player did. Since it was a little weird, if you want to add a comment about the weirdness, you can do that
Totally.
too.
I can't wait to hear.
Let's do Dane first.
So that whole last bit was insane.
Man, I did not. I mean, it totally makes sense. Like I expected it to be a possibility, but I did not expect it to happen immediately. I was expecting like a little bit of a lead up and not just like, okay, attack. So
Don't be creepy.
I didn't have time for them to like hint that it was just a joke.
I tried to inside him several times.
Yeah, they just kept rolling really well.
Just a bunch of men standing around with weapons trying to get me to go into a tiny little room.
Totally fair.
That
Totally fair.
happened.
Totally fair.
Yeah, I think that was my favorite part. Just you get all fiery and be like, get him in the room.
Yeah.
Because they're desperately trying to run away.
But it makes sense. You try to mess with a Fey being, they don't react the same way normal people do.
Right. So very much in character.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's my favorite part.
So, what am I checking?
Something you liked about the session, something you liked that another player did. That's better. Oh, who has inspiration?
Who has inspiration?
Does anybody have inspiration?
I don't believe so.
Can we vote to give one person inspiration?
I'm totally cool with that. Yeah.
So vote. Also, like, vote for one person to have inspiration. Whoever you think deserves inspiration the most. So Dane, you can, or we can come back to that.
And why?
Yeah.
I guess Eva.
Yay.
Yeah, for that nice bit of Fey role playing.
Even though it's so evil.
So evil. So aggressive.
It's not evil to you, so.
I have my justification. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, who knows what they were going to do?
It's called being an anti-hero.
Who knows what they were gonna do? That's the thing.
True.
I do. It would be hilarious.
Yeah, rolling down a bunch of ashes. It'd be really funny.
That was a lie, by the way. It doesn't move.
I liked
It's just a room.
Bo's gentle character. Kind of changed modes in the middle there.
Once the screaming calmed down, I feel like he was like, "Oh no, this is not what I expected."
And so he'll get my vote for it.
And did you do just like a thing that you liked about the session itself?
I liked it all.
Good. Glad. Even though there was only a little bit of combat at the end.
Fine.
Okay.
I'll give it to Aoife for the thing I'm about to say too. Is just the immediate escalation. I do think it does make sense and everything, but I also just it was just instant. It was like, all right, we're doing this. Let's go.
A situation where the DM did not know the character well enough.
Yeah.
Summer mode, throwing me off.
Stranger danger.
Yeah, and I think the thing that you like about the session is important too, because like there's a lot of different elements in the session that he's putting together, so it's important for him to know what stands out.
Yeah, like what draws you, like what's drawing you into the game, you know?
Honestly, I just love like the character interactions, like the way those guys were very clearly they were like something was up. But we just couldn't get it, and we were like, "Are you serious?" And they're like, "Yeah, we're totally serious."
It was going so well too. Like they were like, "Wow, these guys are idiots," and then they're violent idiots.
I was like, I know that's the crematorium. That's got to be
Right.
the fire pit.
Right.
But I was like, but Bo would totally just walk in there. So he's getting closer, but it's 4 foot, so I don't know if I want him just like on hands and knees crawling in there.
Oh God,
That's so good.
goodbye, Bo.
I just wanted one of you to watch it. It would have been so great.
I like this map. So it was fun to think about like what are the unexplored parts of the town. I liked the portal residue, like detecting that there's a portal there without being able to know that it's there, just like detecting that there's magic there, and the scene in the burnt room was really creepy. I have like my only like consent checklist thing is no baby stuff. So when you said there's two large ones,
I didn't specify anything.
I know.
Smaller than the others.
When you said two large and one small, I was like, oh God,
Yep.
is he about to say baby? If he says baby, I'm gonna freak out.
I was trying not to get too gruesome, but I also wanted you to understand what's happening to see.
No, but you know, when I have an emotional reaction to a description, it's good. It's good times. So I was creeped out by the burnt family, and you know, I still want to know like what happened and why there. Yeah, and I'm a little. The wizard is. I want to know what the hell his intentions are.
I completely forgot about the wizard.
Yeah, my inspo vote is kind of tied between Kenku and Bo, but I'll give it to Bo because they're both of their role playing is really cute, like eating the thing out of the web and just like the really sort of innocent curiosity about everything, and then also the innocent sort of like, oh yeah, I'll crawl into a tiny crematorium room because I'm curious about it. You know, and I felt bad about dragging nice people into this punishment scenario, but
Nice people?
these nice people,
Oh, I'm with you.
yeah, these nice people into a punishment scenario of unnice people to receive punishment. So yeah, and I enjoy that you got to return to your bacon roots.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I also, of course, enjoyed that there were consequences to the actions from the day before, because that's always fun. Pass.
Yeah, that went not in any direction I would have anticipated.
I'm so glad I didn't over prepare because I would not have been prepared.
But that's one I really like. I'm really intrigued by like this feeling that the wizard is doing something the wizard's not supposed to be doing and taking stuff from places he's not supposed to be taking it from. As a roguish thief, I'm beginning to suspect this guy is pilfering stuff and doing things that obviously he's not supposed to be, and that's really fun. And I am just outrageously attached to Diz. And it was so fun taking Diz out on the town. I was like, I want to give this thing the world. I don't care. And I really like. I mean, I think maybe just because, for the sake of it, because it comports with my feelings on that, I really liked Mears's like looking out for Diz in the fight and that attachment, and just like they were saying, just the innocence and delight of Mears getting anything to fit his new treats and things is really fun. And I really loved, I mean, this is like a role-playing thing on your part, I guess, but I really loved it when I paid the person and then Mears paid the person and then Diz wanted to pay the person too, and then going like, me too. It was super fun. And I like just the unrelenting overreaction to these guys who fucked with us. Just like,
I mean, you're walking basically a creepy graveyard and two creepy dudes.
Like, hey, you want to look in here?
You want some treasure?
And I totally get it, but I just love the intensity of like, well, I don't want to do anything lethal, but I'm gonna fire cone these motherfuckers.
I love how they had a genuine interaction with multiple fake creatures.
I was like, oh,
Wait, is
no.
both Fey, or is that just like
He's a
a...
Goliath. I don't know.
Oh, wait, why do I think you're a cow?
Oh,
Because he loves
He
cows.
loves
Oh,
cows.
that's right. I just thought... I think
just-
I had another player that described like a cow character.
Oh, no, he just loves cows.
So who do you give inspiration to?
But, yeah, I think though, but for the sake of what thrust us into action and commitment to character, I'd go with Aoife as well. For just the sheer aggro.
So it sounds like you have...
Even though I
thing.
derailed the evening,
Derailed.
you,
beating up losers instead of
you
think-
brought us some combat.
Yeah. And I love that warning to be like, if you guys don't get into combat, you'll be fine. You'll have your rest.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Let's go start fights.
I mean, you are in a city that gets sieged by demons all the
yeah,
time, so...
yeah, we're gonna fight. We like to fight.
And
yeah,
you get your inspo vote was the nodding.
Huh?
Your inspo vote.
Was for Aoife, yeah.
Yay.
So
Yeah.
Eva got 3, and now I think the next highest was 2 for Bo.
What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna say that point at the lift where Diz just looked at me and went levitate. That was also really good.
Let's go.
DM, you have debriefy type of stuff to say?
Debriefy type of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Well, none of the stuff I had planned to debrief at the end of the session. Yeah, I think you guys all are doing great at role-playing your characters. I believe all of them. I really appreciate your interactions with the NPCs, and I'm excited to see the consequences of your actions.
I'm looking forward to getting a long rest so I can change personalities.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, I guess you guys can be like, we're just gonna stay inside all day. It's raining out. If you wanted to. Like, you're welcome to just time skip at any point.
We can explore.
Just saying.
No, I got two spell slots back.
Yeah.
Tasha's hideous laughter, any old random creep.
And when we start up again, as long as you don't get in combat for the next hour, you will attune to your other
Yeah.